Hey. Welcome to the live chat. I don't see nobody chatting. This is a live chat, y'all. A live chat. So y'all got to actually chat inside of the chat, or else it's not a live chat. It's not commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited, y'all. It is the Boombox Classic. And we're getting ready to get it started. The game will be starting. Kickoff is soon. Let me go ahead and just quickly go through. Let's get Braxton out the way so he's not, say what's up.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
You ready for some football? You want to do your prediction?
Yes.
All right. Jackson State Tigers versus the Southern Jags, Brax. Who you got?
Hey, when I went to JSU.
You so glad?
I'm so glad I went to JSU.
Singing glory, hallelujah.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about. This is a Jackson State household over here. All right. Let me make sure I'm keeping up with the time, y'all. Yes. Okay. Let me see what we got here. As soon as the stream starts, I will go ahead and stream it. Let me see if I can get this for y'all. There we go. I'm gonna scoot myself over a little bit. All right. So keys to the game. Look, we're gonna be looking at the quarterbacks today. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. They said Teasett is coming to play today. So go ahead and drop your sets, the different types of sets that don't matter because Jackson State is gonna win by 40. We got Teasett, table set. Let me look up some more types of sets. Somerset. Chicken set. I don't think that's a word, Brax. I don't think that's one of them.
Soccer set?
A soccer set. Don't let me get my son started. Reset, subset, preset, Jackson State by 40. Boston T. Corset. Listen, we're going to be looking at these two quarterbacks. So, Zay Teasett, this is his first start as a redshirt freshman. If you guys didn't have a chance to watch the pregame show, I bought Perry White from Southern onto the show on Thursday night. Make sure you tune into that. Regardless, don't be saying that now. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. And now look, now y'all can do whatever y'all want to in the chat. Most of my mods are actually at the game, so you might be able to get away with a little bit more than what you would anywhere any other time. But just, you know, you can be have fun. You can talk noise. Just keep it. You can be disrespectful in a different type of way, right? You can be disrespectful in a different type of way. And I'm getting ready to show you what that looks like when you have what we call respectful disrespect, right? That's the type of, so this is what we call respectful disrespect, right? It's just, you know, this isn't too bad, right? That's not too bad. It's just a little fill in the blank. Just a little fill in the blank. That's all. We can do that all night and twice on Sundays. All right. Let me go ahead and play this video. I'm going to show you another example. Just a little banter back and forth, you know. Nothing slight. Nothing too bad. Just I live for it, you know. I like talking football and I like going back and forth. I can go back and forth with the best. So let's go ahead and get that. The boom took the 0 quarter already. Dang. So I didn't want to. I said on my somebody said Alcorn is struggling with Edward Waters. Now, mind you, they were picked to win the East. Or no, excuse me, SWAC West. Alcorn was picked to win SWAC West. Thank you, Simply Beautiful, for the live updates. We have Simply Beautiful. Some of my folks that come to the channel and support the channel, they are live. And so they'll be providing us with updates as well. Make sure that you are tuned into JTV as well. He has a channel 24-0 in the third. Peasy, is that Edward Waters beating y'all? They said y'all lost that y'all already losing the Southern. Okay, so here's a little recap. This is just a little funny banner before the game starts. You gonna take your chain, hoe ass.
I guess things ain't go according to plan, huh, Peters?
Man, we was hanging in there with him at first.
Yeah, and that lasted about as long as Chris Brown and stomped the yard. All right, 2nd and 3. Right, quarterback steps up like Channing Tatum. All right, take a look at this guy getting thrown around like an overused word. All right, take a look at Peters. I'm terrified. These guys are much stronger than I anticipated. He got me hemmed up like the dry cleaning lady. Right, here comes Deion's son. These boys are rich. Only Sanders or more chicken is the colonel. I try to catch him. All right, but the only thing I run is my mouth. So he gets away like Casey Anthony. All right, now watch Jacobs, right? The joke's on y'all. I already know I'm slower than Continental Drift. All right, so why even try? Let me just pull up like David Goggins or Birdman on the Breakfast Club. 42-yard touchdown. All right, 2nd and 6, right? Hand it off to the back. Right, take a look at Charles. I'm scared. This guy's bigger than me, stronger than me, faster than me. His SWAC surface much smoother than mine, right? I try to tackle him, all right, but I piss down my leg and get my head pushed back like a Pez dispenser. Touchdown. All right, I'm Davis, right? I'm scared. The ball's coming right at me. I don't know what to do, right? I could jump up, maybe knock it down, pick it off. All right, but I'm not really an athlete, so I'm just going to turn around and watch this spectacular catch. Oh, my God, look at his feet tap like Charles Oliveira. Touchdown. DB's in this room. We got to create turnovers, fumble recoveries, interception. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not teaching it right. Need to bring Davis's mama in here. She show y'all how to grab some balls.
All right. let's get it started, y'all. Just to let you guys know, as a disclaimer, this is a monetized live. So if you would like to support, it's just to support the channel as far as like my graphics, the StreamYard. Feel free to support the channel. I will appreciate it all. And let's get to some football, y'all. Let's get to some football. Football.
Stop.
Guys get an opportunity to play, so that's why both guys saw action this week. We do not know who will start, but we'll find out in a few minutes because both guys have a different dynamic that yields positive results for the Tigers.
And of course, the Southern University Jaguars, led by that man, first-year coach Terrance Graves, of course, studied under legendary Southern University coach Pete Richardson. And when we talked to him this week, he said this is a great opportunity, but everything that he does, no matter on the field or off the field, is always led by God.
Absolutely. He is a God-fearing man. He'll always tell you that he is the son of two ministers, and for sure, he lets everything lead God with one first, and then after that, he rolls it on for himself into his players.
And head coach T.C. Taylor said there is no need to have a rah-rah speech here today. If you can't get up for this game, then you don't need to be on this field. Second-year coach, 7-5 overall. Southern University wins the toss. They have elected to defer until the second half. So that means that Jackson State will get a chance to put this offense on the field first.
Of course, with Coach T.C. Taylor, of course, we know he's a Mississippi native. He has been on the staff for this game. He's also played in this game. When we talked to him earlier this week, he said this was one of his favorite games to play, not only because he had great games against Southern University, but of course, he embraces the rivalry between the Jaguars and the Tigers.
There you see the Jackson State University marching band, and we are ready for college football, presented by Pepsi, Southern and Jackson State, live from Jackson. And here's the opening kick by Southern University. It will come down to Jackson State and out to about the 25. Great return early on by Travis Terrell Jr., the freshman. Averages about 17 yards on returns, and he gets a big return to start things out for Jackson State.
Xavier Spencer was the guy that able to come up with the tackle for the Southern University Jaguars. If he does not make that tackle, Jackson State is probably starting off in Southern University territory.
And we will see Cameron McCoy on the field first. He has had 2 touchdowns, of course, 5 for 9 passing in that game against Lane, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game from St. Louis, Missouri. And so the sophomore will get a chance to come out onto the field first, try to move Jackson State down the field. Early handoff, and the Buffet Busters moving things across the 35. And let's go down to our keys to the game, presented by our good friends at GM.
All right, so for the Southern University Jaguars, we know for sure that they are going to have to protect Teasett, their quarterback, and of course establishing a rushing attack for Jackson State. Wear down Southern University's defense. Southern's defense is one of the best in the SWAC, but if you keep them on the field a long time, keep the offense off, then it will not be a good day for the guys from Baton Rouge.
Motion for Jackson State. Pass is complete. And what a catch. And no flags on the play. Irv Mulligan with the catch.
Irv Mulligan just got a chance to get behind the defense on the play action. The linebacker bit for that play action and for just a few seconds, and that was enough time for McCoy to connect on the throw.
And here is McCoy across the 40. Tackled by Horatio Johnson.
McCoy trying to show us some of those running skills that he has. And reasons why T.C. Taylor probably gave him the nod to be the starter today.
Irv Mulligan really is labeled as a running back, but coming out of the backfield has great hands. And Jackson State in Southern Territory in their first drive, 2nd down and 7. McCoy looking and caught. Fort Lee all the way down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. First down, Jackson.
So for Jackson right there, the receiver just got right there in the flats, got in that area where it's between two defenders, and then the Southern University defender falls down, so that gives him an opportunity to get more yards in that situation. Now Jackson's got it in the red zone.
First down and 10, and flags on the play. So while we have this opportunity, let's get the call from the officials. It's going to be a timeout charge to Southern. Early timeout by the Jags. 2nd down and 7 here inside the red zone for Jackson State. And we'll keep it right here. This is really some territory that Coach Gray said didn't want to be in. He wanted to make sure that
Baby, what y'all think about this Southern defense?
And also, you want the defense to make an impact.
What do y'all
right
think
now,
about
they
Cam
allow
start
Jackson
today?
State to go right down the field against them, getting down into
Oh
the
my
red zone. And
goodness.
for sure, this timeout was called to try to prevent and stop
Cam?
the momentum for the Jackson State Tigers. And, you know, sometimes you just need that little quick extra wake-up call, and that's for sure what Coach Terrance Graves is probably doing right there.
And he said during our conference call this week that he doesn't.
You don't even know what's going. They don't even know what's hitting them. They don't even know what's hitting them. We touchdown. There he go with that stuff y'all was talking about, y'all.
10. McCoy up top, and it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage by the Jags.
Ooh.
Definitely great coverage by the defensive backs of Southern University. Basically getting over the top of the receiver, not allowing him to get that good position.
What you think they're gonna do? I think they're gonna run this one.
Setting up 2nd down.
They definitely gonna run this one. No, he didn't steal his job. They're doing dual threat right now.
Jackson State now come to the line trying to get things together here on 2nd down.
There's Isaiah Spencer going in motion.
Here's the give. Wow, what a run.
Woo!
Past the 10-yard line. Martin on the carry as his helmet comes down. And now let's take a look at today's Impact Players brought to you by GM.
For Southern University, it is Dalvin Cotton. The reason why we say that is because so much is going to be put on Kelby Gibbons that the other defensive end, who's the book end of this defense, is going to have to come up and make some plays for them. On the other side is Isaiah Spencer. Coach T.C. Taylor said that this guy is like lightning in a bottle, so they want to get him the ball as many times as they can because he creates a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And now Jackson State will take a timeout here.
What?
Both teams have taken an early timeout, and so we will take one as well here in the capital city, Jackson, Mississippi. No score here in Jackson.
Wee. What is going on, you guys? Do you guys see what are you guys looking at this? Okay, first of all, wow. Cam started today, so there's that, right? And then I haven't seen the defense. I'm sure they're gonna make adjustments, but wow, we saw Irv early. We saw JD Martin early. Isaiah Spencer getting some packages. This is a beautifully crafted. I feel like this is going to be a beautifully crafted offense today. Thank you, Whit. Hey, the generals in the chat, y'all. We got Simply Beautiful in the chat, but we got Whitley. She's the head general in charge. So what that means, she doesn't play. And when she does what she does, I ain't got nothing to do with it. So I'm excited. I'm really interested in seeing how this matchup, boy, show me something. The offense is showing me something right now. Offense showing me something. Are y'all ready or y'all not? I don't know about those early timeouts. I feel like, I guess they wanted to regroup a little bit, but I feel like that was one of those things where maybe they could have saved the timeout. Comment below the halftime score, y'all. What do you think the halftime score is gonna be? And if you have other games that are going on, you can put the updates in the chat and I'll put it up there. Somebody said Alcorn was struggling with Edward Waters. But then Peasy said it was 24-0. So I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat all of the other updates for the game. And let's get back to it, y'all.
Help coach with head coach Terrance Graves.
Coach Graves told us that the addition of Coach Fred McNair, the original Eric McNair, has been a godsend primarily because he understands.
He hit him with the
head coach, and he can help Coach Graves out in any way, shape, or form.
Coach Graves talked about the experience that he has on his coaching staff. Here is McCoy. Shot nearly picked off by Southern University.
Who was that?
West nearly was able to get that ball. And if he would have taken that ball, he would have been going the other way.
Absolutely.
Who was that rushed him?
McCoy gets pressured there, and West is probably kicking himself because he knows for sure he has space and opportunity in front of him. Probably a
that was one of those quarterback hurries right there.
Jackson State lives again to get an opportunity.
Right, run the ball. Why are you passing in the? Why are you doing that in the red zone
this season? And now a field goal opportunity for Jackson State.
All right.
It's up and it is good.
Money good.
4 for 4 on the season. And Jackson State on the board first, 3-0 here in the capital city.
Of course, we knew special teams was going to also play a major role into this game. For Southern University, we saw what happened to them a few weeks ago against McNeese State. Special teams really, really hurt them in that loss, while Jackson State, they've kind of been pretty pure when it comes to their special teams attempts. But at the same time, in a game like this that will probably be close to contested, you'll take any single point you can.
That drive for Jackson State, 8 plays, 58 yards, taking 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. A field goal by Beza. He's now perfect still on the season, 4 for 4. And Jackson taking their first drive and getting 3. But if you're head coach Terrance Graves, could you consider this
I like the
win considering
the ball real quick. They moved the ball
absolutely.
down.
I mean, every single play until
Let me go ahead and fix
the last
score,
2 plays for the Jackson State offense, what you did positive yards, Santoria. So for them to literally come up with the overthrown pass and then the should have been interception and only come away with 3 points. Yeah, Coach Graves' company are patting themselves on the back with that one. But the defense knows for sure they've got to come back out in response the next time that Jackson State gets the ball and hopefully get them on a stop.
Jalen Ballard will kick off now for Jackson State University.
We need good field position right here. This is paramount.
And he will get this one. It'll go inside the 5 goal line. Out to the 10.
Okay. Is that Sherman?
Kirkwood.
Who is that? Sherman? Who is that?
And it'll be a first down for Southern University.
I want to say that's Sherman Hawkins. He had an interception last week.
Look at Mr. Teasett. Came off the bench last week to lead Southern University to a victory. He is a homegrown native. When we talk about homegrown, he's from Scotlandville. What community is Southern University located in? Scotlandville. So this guy has been knowing about Southern University football for a long, long time. Talked to Eric Randall early in the week. He said this young man, by far, is a student of the game, and all he's going to do is get better over time.
And Coach Terrance Graves said in his press conference that no matter if you yell at Teasett or if you just talk to him, he remains just an even keel type of player. And he says that's what you need in a quarterback, someone that's steady. Teasett first down and 10. The left-hander gets it out to the sideline. And out to Chandler Whitfield, the senior from Zachary, Louisiana.
Whitfield, Louisiana Monroe transfer, one of the senior leaders on this squad. Actually already got his degree. Best thing about him, apparently, like, he's the best impersonator on this team, including his impersonation of one Coach Terrance Graves.
He says he does have the team cracking up. And
okay, they're lined up
on the
4-3. They have a 4-3 going.
Once again with the throw.
Ooh.
Complete.
He was right there in the middle.
Chandler Whitfield with the catch.
Yeah, on that play right there, what
linebacker
was they ran
missed
off
that
their
one.
outside receivers, and that created a huge gap in the middle. And Whitfield just sat right there, was like, "Hey, give me the ball," and that's exactly what happened. Big play right there for Southern University to move the sticks.
If you gonna blitz, your linebackers got to pull it up.
The guys up front, Whitfield is the player in motion.
You
And
knew
here
that was
is
gonna
the
be a
give.
run. You knew that was
Jackson
gonna be.
there to.
Let's go defense.
And let's take a look at our impact players presented by our good presenters, our sponsors, GM.
All right, for Southern University, it's Chandler Whitfield, who is already making an early impact for the Southern University Jaguars, not only on offense, but also keeping an eye on him on special teams. On the defense,
you not playing off, man. Boy, y'all better be playing man. Y'all better be playing man cover. What you doing, zone? What's going on? What's going on?
If he isn't around the
ain't
ball,
doing no zone.
Say he's not doing his job.
Man to man.
Bright is shadowing Chandler Whitfield, and there's a flag on the play.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Southern averaging 83 yards in penalties a game.
Yeah, we need them penalties.
5 yards, and this is not what head coach Terrance Graves wants to see.
Yeah, we needed that.
Not at all.
Do it again.
Of any version of them going backwards.
Tell them to do it again.
And now more flags on the play as
Uh-oh.
Jackson State University shifts on defense. Southern ends up moving once again, backing them up 5 more yards. And head coach
Do it again.
Terrance
Y'all
Graves
nervous.
is
Y'all
talking with the line
nervous. Them
judge
Jags are
and
scared.
telling him
They
that it was
some scaredy
Jackson that
cat.
moved first, and it was not Southern University.
Yeah, those
Hey,
pre-snap penalties
now,
are now
back
hurting Southern
it
because
up.
they go
Aw,
from, second
they
and
listening to
short
the
now
music.
second and
Back
long.
it up. Oh, shoot. Back it up.
Make up that yardage. So let's see what offensive coordinator Mark Frederick dials
They
up
got
for the
Little John
Jaguars.
playing in the background,
Coach
telling them to back it
Graves
up, and they've
fired
been.
up, and now it looks like he's going over to have a couple of words with the official, talking with him.
Uh-oh.
Correct. Coach Graves.
Coach
Maybe
Graves.
His first year as a head coach, but he's got a lot of SWAC hours. A longtime assistant under Coach Pete Richardson.
Hey,
at Southern
in
University.
that powder
Also
blue.
Scrambling teams
Look at
under Coach
Frederick, Coach
Roderick
Frederick
Cobb
there in
as
that powder
well.
blue. Do it
Another
again.
coach that he's known for a while that he brought over is head coach Everett Todd.
Get him.
Here's
Get him.
Teasett
Uh-oh.
across the
They
30
said he was
and out of
mobile.
bounds at about the
They said he's a
35-yard
mobile
line.
quarterback, y'all.
And it'll still be a long situation, 3rd and about 12.
They said Teasett is a mobile quarterback,
Right there
y'all.
by Teasett.
Good
He
job,
could not
Jackson
find anyone
State.
open, so
I
he
don't
went
know
ahead
why
and
they're
took off
playing
and got out of bounds as quickly as he
zone
could,
coverage.
but
Good
his
job,
time
Jackson
came off,
State.
so he's
Good
got to
job.
go out for at least
Uh-oh.
one
Who's gonna?
play.
Does that mean it's
And
Noah in there?
Barton, the 6'4" junior from Valley Stream, New York, will come out onto the field.
Uh-oh. Teasett. They said he was mobile. I think those are probably the most yards that Teasett has had this season.
Personnel on defense.
So we're getting a look at that. He does have the ability to take off, or at least on that play.
Number 6 here.
Like,
Throw it underneath.
they just keep leaving them folks
Jackson
open.
State doing a great job covering the football.
That's Sherman Hopkins again, okay?
Yeah,
Jenkins.
the tight coverage by Jackson State across the board just didn't really allow Noah
They
Bond
made that
to
stop.
make a big play on that one. Instead, he had to just dump it off to his receiver. Did pick up a lot of yards and a forced 4th down.
And now Southern University will punt the football. Kenny Pham will come on for the punting duties for the Jags.
Great.
9 punts
So,
this year.
I'm loving Coach Quinn's adjustments that he does, in-game adjustments with the defense.
Is back deep for Jackson State University.
Okay, look at Isaiah. Isaiah's getting ready to
Terrell.
return. Uh-oh.
This one is a fair catch at the 28-yard line.
All
And
right.
it'll be a first down and 10 when we return
Travis
to
Terrell.
Mississippi Veterans Stadium here in Jackson.
Oh. Made that defensive stop. We back on offense. Offense, talk to me. All right, let's take a look at these stats. I want to look at the stats because, see what's going on. So it's interesting that Coach TC started Cameron McCoy today, right? That was a surprise again. Look, when it comes to fantasy football, at this point in time, you don't necessarily want to test Coach TC, right? Because he might hit you with a 1-2. You don't know what he's doing. I didn't put that out there because I didn't know what was going to happen. I just didn't know. But let's go ahead and look at these stats. Total yardage, passing yardage. It's just the last couple of plays. Southern does have 2 penalties for 10 yards, which was paramount in us getting that ball back. So we're doing good. We see Irv. So this is the thing with holding, like everybody was like, where's this person? Where's that person? Where's Irv? Where's JD Martin? This is the good thing about holding those running backs, right? Holding them back, right? Because they don't have any film on them for this season. And so it's just like coming out of nowhere. Irv Mulligan, JD Martin. We seen Isaiah Spencer. He had a touchdown, I want to say, versus, was it ULM? So, and I agree. TC's unpredictable in a good way. He's going to have everybody guessing. And this is a good problem to have, right? A scheme or a situation where we have 2 very viable quarterbacks. It's definitely a great problem to have.
Texas Southern and Prairie View.
Because we see on some other teams. Who's hurt?
Florida A&M, the only team with 2 wins on.
Who's hurt? When you say, damn, he hurt, who are you talking about? I have not changed the score, y'all. I'll do that now. Let me stop talking.
First wins of the season. Of course, Alcorn played 2 money games, and so they're looking for win number 1 this week. Jackson State with the University with the ball now. Cam escapes pressure. Cam in the open field and I should say to about the 49-yard line. Let's see where the marks him down at the 48-yard line. And that's going to be Horatio Johnson with the tackle.
This is what Coach T.C. Taylor was talking about when describing Cam McCoy. He just has a special skill set that
y'all
has on this football team. He literally
that is not good.
Took off. And he's one of the fastest guys, not only on the team, but
he's track speed fast.
Southwestern Athletic Conference. But he's going to come off right now because as he goes down to the ground, looks like he may have. Yep, he hits his head going down. So they'll probably take him to the tent real quick to go ahead and just check him out. Because
that was hard.
Safety at the end of the day.
So he will go to the tent, and that means that we will have a quarterback change now for Jackson State University. Jacobian Morgan.
It's a great thing to know that you have 2 very four capable quarterbacks. Lord have mercy.
Absolutely. The Southern University defense coming up with a big stop right there. That's Billy Miles. 350 pounds.
Now, y'all just seen
coming up with a 2-yard stop, tackle for a loss to put Jackson State behind the 6.
That is a lot of dude, 5'9", 350. And to be able to move like that, impressive. 4 receivers now for Morgan. And great defense once again. Pass complete. That's going out to number 11, Isaiah Spencer.
Isaiah Spencer, the guy that they say they want to get the ball to a lot, but right then.
Where's Jones for telling that? Where Kobe Paul? Let's air it out.
Well, no,
Third and 11, y'all gonna have to air it out. They got Fabian McCray. They got Kobe Paul out there.
Now for Jackson.
And a long third down. See Southern University showing blitz. Here come the Jags. The pass is complete. That's out to J.D. Martin. Martin into Southern territory down to the 26-yard line. That's a first down, Jackson.
Jacobian Martin over to
Y'all thought. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, that is not my computer that's doing that. Okay, we're gonna miss the
little contact right here between the J-State receiver and Eric Reed Jr. But good position, really by the defensive back, and then the Jackson State guy could not make the adjustment to make the catch. Brings up third down.
Get the third. How we go from JD getting the first down to third and fourth?
Third down is a little bit more manageable.
They can rank blitz.
Morgan, complete. That's going to be McCray with the catch.
McCray's kind of limping a little bit.
Following that catch right there, but he does give his team
mercy.
First down.
They've been hiding. They've been hiding him. They've been hiding him. We got some.
So Jackson State using a variety of receivers.
Oh, look, they getting ready to use Land. Look at number 88. Y'all watch number 88. Look at the tight end.
A little bit muggy, but not too bad outside.
There.
And here's Morgan with the give.
Good
down
Lord.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Morgan continues to just churn his feet and churn his feet and churn his feet.
Look at, we don't know where they coming from. We don't know if it's going to be Irv, if it's going to be Landy, if it's going to be Jacobian. We don't know. Watch, y'all got to watch 58 now.
Here's the give to Mulligan. Mulligan fights, and he will be inside the 2 to about the 1-yard line.
They going to get that in, y'all.
Jackson State, the offensive line, they are just moving this defensive line of Southern University.
Bullying it. Look at Evan Henry. First team all SWAC. First team all SWAC on the right guard.
Jr. from Keller, Texas, the 6'5", 308-pound senior with a huge push. And here's a give once again to Irv Mulligan. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Morgan should have kept it.
Third down.
Mulligan had nowhere to go on that one. On that play, the defensive tackles.
I feel like Jacobian should have kept that one and just slid right on in.
Tackle right there. So now, third down and goal for Jackson State.
10th play of the drive coming up.
Y'all ready? He took a timeout.
Timeout
on the field, y'all.
Got an injured Jaguar on the play. Looks like somewhere in the knee leg area.
I can't even update the score because if I update the score, I'll be.
It is that time of the year, Santori.
Davin Cotton, the 6'3", 285-pound senior from.
Hey, man.
With 5 tackles so far coming into the ball game is the injured Jaguar on the field.
And Cotton was one of those impact players that we were talking about. Of course, you know, he is one of the bookends on this defensive line. A very, very seasoned player for Southern University. This is his 41st career start. He's got 125 tackles throughout his career.
And there you see leading the charge coming back out off the field, Dr. Jessica Robinson, the head trainer for Southern University, has cut her teeth in the SWAC, been at a variety of the universities and studying under now the late Dr. Richard Ballard, who was longtime team doctor under head coach Eddie Robinson at Grambling State University. Dr. Robinson said, boy, he was a great mentor. Here is the give, and it's a touchdown, Jackson State University. The 6'1" senior gets into the end zone.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Up by 2 scores.
That's his first touchdown of the season, and now Jackson State on for the extra point.
Lord have mercy.
The worst part about being a caveman is
Well, that was good, right? Touchdown. We needed that. We needed that. Okay. So already it's the first quarter and Jackson State's already up 10-0 because, we're like that. One thing that I do like about this particular game is that the offense is holding the ball longer, right? So giving the defense a chance to rest. I think one of the things that we saw versus ULM is that the defense didn't have time to rest. They were literally on the field for quite a long time. And what's it looking like? What's it looking like in the stadium? They said we couldn't run the ball. Who said that? Who had been saying that? Listen, the way it's looking, if the defense makes a stop, we could very well be up 21 to 0. I mean, for real. All right, let's go. Let's see. I'm getting ready to do another poll soon. So at halftime, of course, we have about 70% that feel like Jackson State will lead. The next question that I'm going to ask you is about, let me see what I can ask. I'll find out.
Partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
I'll get a question for y'all going.
By GM, proud sponsor of the SWAC.
I like Teasett now. I am gonna say that's a he.
Well, there's someone that Jackson State University fans will know about. That is the late great Walter Payton, who of course graduated from here at Jackson State University. He played for the Chicago Bears and would come to train here at Jackson State during the offseason. As a matter of fact, he would invite some of his teammates from the Chicago Bears to come to Jackson to train. And when they found out what he did, including running the stairs right here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, they said, we're not coming back here because you train way too hard.
Absolutely. Well, at the end of the day, that's why Walter Payton is considered one of the greatest of all time. Not just a great HBCU player, but also a Pro Football Hall of Famer who went on to, of course, win a championship with those Chicago Bears.
Kickoff for Jackson and received by Southern. Chandler Whitfield on the return. Oh, he is hit hard. And not showing any love, Jackson State University's Brandon Mitchell, the 6'3" freshman from Memphis, Tennessee.
Freshman?
Edmonds.
Big stick right there by Edmonds. That Chandler Whitfield was spinning out of a tackle. Edmonds was ready to not only scoop him up, but throw him down on the ground.
Dang.
Edmonds, as a matter of fact, went to Delaware Military Academy before going to Bryan's College. And
freshman.
Here.
Do you like that?
Taylor, he's got a number of transfers on this team. Of course, at the end of the day, it's all about just trying to just get the best guys to mesh to win and also build a championship program.
First down and 10 now. And we see Teasett back on the field, and he's hit again, and then gets the ball out to his receiver. And that's going to be, looks like Morris. Smith nails him hard.
We got some linebackers.
Absolutely, like Teasett took a shot right here. I know he's trying to really throw it away. If you're
they're gonna have to stop. Yeah,
they're
not playing. They're not playing.
Instead, you make the catch, but also you lose 3 yards in the process.
Second down now. Teasett takes off.
Oh,
Teasett will
Lord.
take the
You better
slide,
slide.
safe at about the 31-yard line.
This is the dynamic that Teasett brings to the offense that Noah Biden really didn't have as much. He doesn't see anything, finds an open in the hole, and then just takes off and then slides down and gets Southern in a third and manageable coming up for the Jaguars.
Teasett dangerous with his arm and his legs. And when you look at what he did last week when he came in, second half, especially with Savannah State,
They done popped him a couple of times.
He earned his position.
I feel like Teasett's not, and they would be wise not to be calling too many run plays for Teasett. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to do that so early in the season.
Timeout taken by Southern, second one of the first quarter.
I'm taking that Coach Graves or someone on his offensive staff did not like the way that their offensive scheme was stacking up against Jackson State. So they want to talk about it just for a minute. Very, very important third down coming up. If anything, for Southern, you got to sustain this drive and find a way to get some points, because if you get the ball back over to Jackson and Jackson scores again, we're looking at a 3-score game in the early portions of this contest. And we haven't even finished the first quarter yet, Santoria.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of legends, Teasett talking to Coach Willie Todd. Another legend who threw a whole lot of passes in the state of Mississippi, including a great game between Mississippi Valley and Alcorn State in this very venue, 1984.
Third down and about 6. Now Jackson State going blitz.
Look at all them folks. Ooh, they might get him.
Teasett with the option.
You got your only option is to run outside.
The sophomore from Houston.
Rhymes just ran out of real estate on that one. Jackson sent 7 guys on the play, and good way for Teasett to really check out of it in that scenario is just the fact that maybe you should have done it on the far side of the field where you had a little bit more of an advantage. Instead, Southern's now going to be forced to punt, and Jackson State's going to get the ball back with an opportunity to potentially go up.
Boy, I love the way they're calling this game.
By
the defense and the
3
offense.
scores that we talked about just now.
Travis Terrell back deep for Jackson State. And Isaiah Spencer as well. Kenny Pham on to kick for Southern. Pham gets this one away, and it lands into the hands of Isaiah Spencer. Spencer tackled at the 40-yard line. And that will bring up a first down for Jackson State.
Great tackle right there by Luke Rose, the senior from out of Ocala, Florida, getting his hands on Spencer. Of course, that's not an easy task to do. As we talked to Coach Taylor earlier in the week, he said Spencer is lightning in the battle, and most one-on-one matchups, you're not going to win against him.
Like
so,
this on
Lane? Is this
Lane Collins
Jr.? Have the
Jr.?
ball right outside their own 40-yard line, moving from left to right on the video screen.
Anybody got to say nothing about Jackson State not number 1 this week, boy? You need to leave that dope alone. You need to leave that dope alone.
Mulligan is coming into his own already in this game. You know, didn't have the greatest games in the first couple of contests, but definitely.
Boy, he shook the shit out of that linebacker.
Some great blocking up front. And that time, right to the line of scrimmage. That's all Jackson State University gets. Irv Mulligan, no gain on the play.
Absolutely. Irv Mulligan was introduced to Mr. Kelby Givens on that play, the preseason SWAC player of the year, not letting him go any further than what he did. 30 short.
Jacoby can't do it all by himself. Jacoby's one man.
Morgan, nice handoff. Out in the open field, J.D. Martin, and he gets the first down.
We didn't even know where the ball was. What?
Mauricio Johnson on the tackle for
Didn't
the
even
Jaguars.
know where the... I got good
If you
eyes
take a look
too.
at this, initially there was contact in the backfield, but then after that, he was able to get out of those arm tackles, get out of a few other arm tackles, pick up
This
first down.
JD,
Now
yeah,
Jackson State
boy.
is in Southern University territory as we get ready to end the first quarter.
Jackson State in the first quarter, 4 for 5 on third downs. That's pretty good efficiency. Got to be happy about that if you're head coach T.C. Taylor. Jackson State University.
Ooh. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live chat. Make sure you're chatting. This is a engaging type of live. We'll be chatting about everything underneath the sun. I do have a after show after this to recap all SWAC football. Can we just talk about how well the defense and offense and special teams is doing? Like the calling right now, I'm thoroughly impressed. Jacobian Morgan actually is not starting today. We have a ace in the hole. McCoy started today. He just left. He hit his head on one of those plays where he was running. Matt Noel has been non-existent because we haven't needed to punt right now. Jonas Fortillion, we ain't seen him yet. These are the 3 players that I picked on Thursday. If you didn't have a chance to watch that. And then we had Czavian Teasett. I'm actually kind of impressed with Teasett. Okay. But he doesn't need to take that many hits, right? He's a mobile quarterback. It looks like he can move the ball. But for Southern and to save the rest of your season, you don't really want to play call too many plays where you have your red shirt freshman quarterback running the ball, because Jackson State's defense is swarming. Yeah, like that. Already up 10 and Jackson State has the ball again. That's going to be ball game, folks. If they score, I mean, this could get ugly. This could be like Lane College 2.0. I ain't even trying to hold you. I feel like the game plan was kind of like, let's roll this out slowly, right? Roll it out. Because J.D. Martin? What? We got J.D. Martin? Irv Mulligan? Let's see how much they got. J.D. Martin has 27 yards with 1 touchdown. McCoy has 23. Smith has 13 and Mulligan has 10. So we have 73 already on rushing and 78 for passing totals. So it's pretty much even kill for the pass and the rushing. Because what we're seeing here is we're seeing a balanced offense. This is what a balanced offense looks like. This is what you need in order to win the game, right? Sometimes you can do more passing and sometimes you can do more rushing. But the fact that they are utilizing you just don't know where you're coming from. You don't know where they're coming from. I'll be looking out to see if they utilize, of course, Landry today. They should be. They ain't even used the tight end yet. They haven't even used the tight end yet. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Awards honor list, also Black College Football
Let's go.
Hall of Fame Player of the Year nominee as well for the Deacon Jones Award. He's a pretty good defensive player too, right, Santori?
Wasn't too bad. Here's Morgan here on first down. It's complete.
Oh, you know that.
And that's going to go
Oh, ball.
Right there in an open spot of the defense, like, hey, throw me the ball. Here I am. And then they're moving the marker for second and short.
Mind you, Jacobian has 82%, 81% completion rate right now.
All kinds of movement from Jackson State. Morgan, nice pass, wide open to the tight end. Marvin Landy, his second touchdown of the season.
With all the motion and all the movement, the Southern University defense was definitely looking in the backfield, and it made it easy for the play action pass to work with Jacobian Morgan to get it over to his
Insult to injury at the
Touchdown! Touchdown!
on the board to their tight end.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, this was going to be a key drive for Southern University to try to stop Jackson State from getting on top by 3 possessions. Did not go the way of the Jaguars, but it's definitely in the way of the Tigers, and now they're on top.
Jackson State extends their lead. 16-0. Here is the touchdown. Wide open to Landy. 6 on the board for JS.
Guess who I got on my fantasy team this week? Let's go. Did you guys not hear me? I just said I will be waiting for them to use our tight end. I already knew he was coming. Boy, this ass whooping worse than when Dion was here. This is worse than Dion. I'm going to head to the ghetto channel and talk a little more. You want to do it? Go. That's it, man. Hey. Y'all. Oh my goodness. Why is they whooping up on me like that? Lord. Yeah. Don't play with it. Teasett, table set, Somerset. The Southern fans are upset. What'd I say the other day? If y'all didn't have a chance to watch Thursday Nights Live, go back and watch it. Jackson State is in dynasty mode right now.
Kicker from Southern University.
Yeah, he was 3 for 4 on field goals. He had a 49-yard field goal, 3 of 3 of PATs, and then of offensive and defensive players of the week, Miles Crawley from Grambling, and someone that we saw last week, Traquan Thomas from Alabama State.
Traquan Thomas and that Alabama State defense ripped apart Miles College last week in a very physical affair. We know the Alabama State offense did well on the rushing attack. We got to give kudos to their defense for holding Miles College under 200 total yards for a majority of the game.
And here is the kick. This one's going to go over the head of the return man.
The Southern, you know how it takes a whole it usually takes like almost the whole first half or the first quarter and then second half.
Passes.
Oh, you
don't know if he'll return to the game.
Hi,
right
Miss
now,
Mary.
it is a good sign to see that he is.
Hey,
at least
I can put it back on.
anymore.
All right.
And Teasett will come back onto the field for Southern University.
And the Southern University offense, you've got to find a way to have some sort of fire lit.
Get Get the get,
Now you're down
get,
by
get,
3
get.
scores,
Get the get, get the
and
get, get the
they just
get.
got to find a way
Get the
to
get,
convert
get.
on third down for sure.
And there's a good start if you're Southern University. And
Oh,
goes right
man, they done
into
took out the
one of the
coach.
Southern coaches.
Oh, Lord, they
Slow
done
to
took
get
out
up.
his. Oh, Lord, somebody
Right
caught.
catch was Quay Davis, the senior from Dallas, Texas. He transferred, as a matter of fact, from Texas Southern University.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Quay
Quay Davis
said they
started
was-
here at Jackson State. As a
I
matter
think
of
he
fact.
might be a
Was,
jinx for folks, because
one of
whenever
the
he
key
talk
pieces
mess,
under
they
those,
lose.
JSU Tigers, led by then head coach Deion Sanders.
First down for Southern
He
University.
done been all around. Now, that's one young man who is
Quay
definitely
Davis is taking out
SWAC.
one of his own coaches. They'll have to talk about that on Monday. Here's Teasett.
Woo!
Throws complete.
Big boy. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
And Fuller on the reception. Fuller came into the game, 7 catches, 90 yards, had a touchdown this year.
Fuller is their top tight end, and that's one thing that Coach Gray said they want to utilize in this offense is more of tight ends. Now, of course, he probably is more like a wide receiver in a tight end's body, but he's very physical, great hands, and of course, he's a guy that can make plays across the middle and get those big catches.
6'3", 225, linky kid. And now it's second down and about 5 here for Southern. Teasett throws complete. And Chandler Whitfield with the kick
So
for
with
Southern.
Southern's offense,
Ashton
they're
Taylor,
basically doing
linebacker on the force out.
some fast
And it's third down and
releases,
short.
right?
So what Teasett is really
Because they
doing,
know
he's
that the
taking what
defense,
Jackson State defense is
if
giving
given
him.
a
lot of
chance,
that
is going to
is
blitz.
the
So
throws
he's
that
having to do
underneath
fast
are just
release.
going across the middle. They've done a really good job with that. Now this is a
So they've this is where it's I love this because it's kind of like a game, right? To see who's gonna
To give
make those
third down and
adjustments.
short. This is going to be close. And it looks like that Southern will pick up the first down.
very, very close. Yep,
First
they will
down.
give it to him, Santor. He was that's Kobe Dillon, the young man from
So they're
Fairfield,
basically
Louisiana. He
adjusting.
was hit in the back.
Southern
kept the
adjusted
legs
their
turned, and
offense
was able
to
get
Jackson
just
State's
enough to move the
defense.
chains
We need to
for
see
Southern. Their first
Jackson
third down
State
conversion
defense
of the contest.
adjust
Kobe Dillon has
to
rushed 24
Southern's
times, 84
offense,
yards
which is
coming into the game,
basically
does
a
have
more
touchdown.
up tempo,
And Southern extends their
fast release. Right? He's getting the ball out.
Teasett
doesn't-
with the give.
He's
Nothing
not
doing
holding
first
on to the
down.
ball
Boy,
for that long. I think that's
line in
cool.
front 7,
Whenever
I should
you try
say, from Jackson State.
into
doing a
some, you're
job.
gonna run into some traffic.
So what Jay says,
It's hard to come up the middle. That's Walker, Alan
Because he
Walker.
created that pile, the man in motion that was supposed to be used as the extra blocker was caught up on that. So Dillon ran right up his back and had nowhere to go and ends up losing about a yard on the play.
Second down, and they'll say 10. They'll say it's forward progress. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Teasett throws. Oh, and what a job.
Woo! Oh my God, what happened? Lord, I promise y'all that's not my internet. It's glitching, but it's not me. Okay? It's not me. I'm sure it's not me. That is the stream.
Not done well so far in this contest.
3rd and 10. We need a big stop here.
Corners are head up on the receivers. Teasett going down the
Oh.
sideline. Throw
Woo!
it up, and it is it incomplete?
Yes,
Incomplete. Great job by Wiggins, the senior from Houston. So not only does he get a big tackle, but he also gets a big breakup.
That's a big
Yeah, Wiggins once again making the play.
They're
Clay
gonna catch
Davis,
Wiggins
he
all
high
night
his ball.
and
He's just
twice
not
on
able to
Sunday.
bring it down.
But you know he's against Quay.
There just at the end. And you
K5
see, Clay Davis'
turned into
reaction like,
K1
hey,
and
I
he's
had this in
going
my hand,
against
but could not
Quay.
bring it
You
down.
know he's not gonna let Quay.
Now Southern
You
University
know he's not gonna let Quay get on him. You know he not.
on to kick. Travis Terrell back to receive.
You know that he is not going to let Quay catch on him because Quay been talking mess.
This one will come down and he will roll inside.
Move out the way.
Line. So the special teams for Southern University
A1, y'all. 1K.
just a little bit to give that defense a little bit of room. 16-0 Jackson.
Baby, we over here playing. Now, did you see how quickly the defense, and when I mean defense, I mean God, this is, boy, I know they hate to see the Tigers coming this year, y'all. I know that they hate to see the Tigers coming this year because what is going on? What is going on? Belt to ass. That's what's going on. I'm talking about ass whooping central. I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff up here. So it's SheLovesThee SWAC Saturdays. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live chat. I'm loving that everybody is contributing to the chat, whether you from Jackson State, Southern, not from either one, from Alcorn, a part of the SWAC East, SWAC West, the CIAA, the SIAC, the MEAC, the CAA. Y'all come on in the chat and let's talk about. I know that you guys are sitting there like Jackson State is it. Jackson State is definitely it, right? The way I'm looking at it, I'm like, who gonna stop us? Is that I'm not trying to be arrogant either. I'm just saying, who is going to stop us? I'm trying to be arrogant. I'm just looking at the level of play, right? That's a matchup because K5 turned into K1 and he not getting ready to let Quay. I'm getting ready to pull up that whenever the game goes back on, I'll find it real quick. Quay was talking mess again today. He was talking mess again. How you gonna be talking mess again? Thank you so much, Pelican. How you gonna be talking mess again? That don't even make sense. We are going to have a live chat after this. So if you want to come back, we're going to be talking about everybody.
Extra after those arm tackles that are not going down with the Jaguars.
J.D. Martin has had some big yards.
I have to keep adjusting my score. I need to take that thing off. I'm having to adjust it every 5 seconds.
Touchdown already in the ball game. And now Jackson State's on the move.
I mean,
they've got the ball. And here is Morgan. Takes off with the football, gets it, looks like to his tight end.
When I tell you, I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. My bad.
Oh, that's going to be Logan Mack. First reception of the year from Gilbert, Arizona.
See, we did Logan Mack. Logan Mack? Who is Logan Mack?
Second as the Southern University
Welcome, Mr. Mack, to the Jack.
Last week, we had 50 yards allowed against Savannah State. Already through a quarter and a few minutes, they've already allowed over 70. Terrance Graves is definitely not excited about that. He won't be excited about this because, once again, Jackson State getting through the arm tackles of Southern University, following the fact that the JSU offensive line is
Southern's defense is off in the middle.
Line off the ball.
Yeah, the buffet busters up front, just really just feeding off of some great blocking. Ford Jr., Towns Blues, Smith Jr., Henry
Southern's
and James,
defense is
a lot
soft
of
in the
beef
middle.
up front. Really.
Well, I hope Uncle Willie come on here.
Just taking it to Southern University.
Somebody make sure Uncle Willie come to the after show.
Third and short now coming up. I would not be surprised if Jackson State continues to follow behind those buffet busters. And now we got a free play.
Morgan going deep, looking for a receiver, incomplete. Tried to get it to Logan Mack, and there'll be a flag on the play.
We gotta get Uncle Willie on the show.
Morgan
Willie!
making sure he has to go ahead and just get off. Southern University appeared to jump in the neutral zone, so all of a sudden, free play. And as you see, Coach Terrance Graves, he knows what's going on. He's yelling out the instructions to his young men about just do better on these plays and understand your situations.
Well, if you Coach Teasett,
When I
Taylor,
tell you this is the type of
because
ass whooping that I
Ken
wouldn't
went
wish
down
on my
and
worst
was hit into the
enemy,
chest.
and
But
you
it
know
was could have been a concussion.
we are
He's
eating
not back on the field
cats.
yet, but Morgan has been performing extremely well. To have two quarterbacks like that, just incredible.
And of course, Morgan is a seasoned veteran. He's
Man, hey,
action last
write a
year.
check your ass can cash, man. That's all I can say.
Personal foul.
That's going to be a personal foul. I was going to be offsides on Cotton, and there's going to be a personal foul after the play. Are they going to call that? Did they say targeting?
They said they had targeting, so right now they're going to go and take a look at that. And if so,
so Cotton was offsides, and now a targeting call. And let's see who is charged for targeting.
What are you hitting him for?
Like that is going to be Darius Harry.
What are you taking a cheap shot for? What you taking that cheap ass shot for?
it really is close. Of course, they're going to take a look at it right there. I mean,
I wouldn't say it was targeting, but I would say it was a late hit. I wouldn't say targeting, but definitely a late hit. It was targeting helmet to helmet. Well, get his ass up out of there then. Right. What are we taking cheap shots for?
The official now standing at the 15-yard line talking to the official in the booth as they're going over the replay to determine on whether or not it is a targeting penalty. And we know the rules on targeting. If it is targeting, that means that Darius Harry will be done for the day.
Damn. Why? Like what? Come on, young man. You got to be more disciplined than that. You have to be disciplined.
7 tackles coming into the ball game.
Discipline is paramount. You cannot be over here doing stuff like
that. He is
that.
one of the bookends there on defense.
So they just lost it.
It is very, very close. And of course, the impact that he has off of you hit makes Morgan's head snap back. So I think that's why they initially called it. It would just be a matter of, do they think there's enough contact to make it happen? We'll find out now.
Great work by our cameraman getting those shots.
I think they said no targeting, but it is what they said.
So it's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, that's what I
no
thought.
Targeting on the play, so there
That's
wasn't
what I
enough there.
initially
And now
thought.
Coach Everett Todd talking to Harry, who's also helping with the defensive line there for Coach Graves, about making sure that he that he doesn't lead with his shoulder in his head and turn away.
Correct. And of course, Everett Todd is one of those guys who is another former head coach as well that Coach Terrance Graves is leaning on. So there are various guys on this coaching staff that can really, really talk from various aspects of being in a leadership role.
Got a chance to watch Coach Graves work in some of his drills that he had with defensive linemen, and he has a football.
I think I had Southern scoring one touchdown, or maybe I said 0.
And he hit you with the stick.
Yes, sir. I recall seeing some of my teammates get hit with that stick back in the mid-2000s.
Here's a throw by Morgan going deep, incomplete.
Oh my God.
Pass was intended for Portillion, the redshirt sophomore from Orlando. Great job by Xavier Spencer. Their toe-for-toe with Portillion.
Xavier Spencer in perfect position right there. The main thing is he had to make sure he got over the top of the wide receiver, and that's exactly what he did. Did not allow the JSU wide receiver to get behind him to make a amazing catch on that play.
Here is the give. And that's going to be J.D. Martin, who continues to do things for Jackson State. Comes out of the ball game, a much needed breather.
Johnson coming up with the shoestring tackle on that play. Now it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Jags defense, they know and they understand the situation. You're starting to hear the defense, Jags defense chants coming from the Southern University marching band. So they know they've got to get off the field after this play.
Lord.
Looking. Great job breaking that play up at the last minute. Reed Jr.
Eric Reed Jr. coming in and just batting the ball away, getting away from the receiver, and coming up with a huge play to get this defense off of.
Why are they doing it like that?
The Southern University offense, good field position to get the ball back in the hands of Teasett. Look at that SWAT right there. That's how you play textbook defensive back.
Goodness.
One of the keys to the game was for Jackson State was to really wear down that defense for Southern University. So what a great opportunity there for the defense to get off the field.
Yes, sir. Now special teams, can Southern make something happen? Chandler Whitfield sitting back.
This is our punter.
Get away from it. It goes out of bounds inside the 30. Let's see where the head linesman. The side judge goes to about the 24-yard line. And so Noel with a great kick. Southern's offense.
Okay.
Back onto the field.
Why did it work?
Mm-hmm. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. When I talk about, like, there's so many key players to this that it's kind of hard to put into words how well Jackson State has been holding up. This is actually the first drive where Jackson State actually has not put any numbers on the board. But let's go ahead and look at the update for Teasett and Jacobian Morgan and Cameron McCoy. Let's go ahead and look at all of their stats and see on paper what it's looking like. So it looks like Morgan is at 60% completion rate. McCoy is at about 50. They've thrown for a total of 121 yards, whereas Teasett has only and Bodden only have a pass total of 40 yards total. Rushing wise, they've only have 16 yards rushing, Southern, versus Jackson State having 79. So when you look at this, it's actually really unbalanced. It's unbalanced. So I don't even think Jacobian's actual percentage going into this game was 81.8%. So Jacobian's not really going to put the ball in harm's way at all.
And now Southern University with the football, trying to get a drive and possibly score down here in this first half. Teasett throws out of the reach of the receiver. Throws incomplete. Pass was intended for Cameron Jackson, the 6'6" junior from Shreveport.
Jackson just out of the reach to get that ball, and he looks like he's a little gimpy getting up too. Like he slid a little awkwardly on his home sideline.
That'll bring up third down once again here for Southern University.
Damn.
Southern is 1 for 4 in the ball game on third downs.
Wait, I can't even put that over here.
Third down just on their last drive. Southern wants to remain in this game. They've got to get something going. Jackson State knows for sure they can pin their ears back and throw all the pressure in the world like Teasett, but it looks like they're getting ready to do on this upcoming play.
They're going to blitz him again?
Doesn't get easier for either of these teams next week. Jackson goes to Grambling, Southern goes to Prairie View. And goes down. Joshua Nobles, the 6'4" redshirt junior from Camden, New Jersey, with the sack.
No.
And Teasett is down.
Teasett is down. Dang.
Nobles just came around the right side of that.
I kept telling them that the
left tackle and pulled up a sack, and Teasett still has not got up yet. This is not a good sign if you're a Southern Jaguar fan.
Yeah, you don't want him to be there.
For the second time in this ball game, down on
The
field.
offense has to protect their quarterback, but then you also have to not be. You know that this defense is stout. You cannot call certain plays, and you have to tell Teasett to let the ball go.
And now you got a couple of the team doctors on the field now. And here comes Coach Graves calling his offense over to the sideline.
This is not good.
Come check on the freshman.
Yeah, Coach Graves.
That's one thing that I was afraid of, was that if they let him stay in the pocket for too long or have him do run plays, that the defense was going to get to him.
On Teasett to make sure he's A-okay. Of course, Teasett getting his first true start today. He's up on his feet, but he's going to need some help off the field.
He's limping. So hopefully it's nothing serious.
Look at it one more time.
Yeah, Jackson State's defensive end just bum rushes the left tackle.
It's just a regular tackle.
Takes it down near the ankles.
Just a regular tackle.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
He got rolled up on the tackle. That's one of those bang plays right there. Unfortunate for Teasett. Hope he's
You should have threw that ball away as soon as you seen him coming up the middle. Just throw the ball away. You got to let the ball go.
Great spark for you last week is now out, and you're punting to Jackson State with an opportunity for them now. Good field position.
Bam gets the kick away and returning for Jackson State.
You thought he that point after contact ain't
like that was number 2, Dupree.
Okay, Dupree.
We'll check that again. Yeah, Dupree on the return.
Well, clearly he caught the ball in the center of everybody. There was no Peter call.
Y'all.
And you can see the coaches over there talking to Dupree and saying, hey, man, everybody's got to talk because that was really close.
Absolutely. It was really close. Southern had 3 guys around him, but clearly there was no call for effect. So they were in perfect position to get the tackle. Instead, Jackson State is able to pick up additional yards and now has it 1st and 10 in Southern University.
I'm scared to update the score, y'all, so it's just going to stay blank because I'm going to be updating it all night.
Southern, this is not
I guess Southern will continue to stay at 0, but still.
In this drive. Here's the gift. And that's
baby!
Mulligan.
And Mulligan made a beeline for the Southern University defender and literally just ran him over. If he's able to put his hand on the ground and then keep his balance, he's probably still running on that play. So Southern, you're lucky that if you're Southern, you're lucky that that play did not result in more.
Another handoff here, and this time Mulligan gets to about the 31-yard line. And
okay.
This is exactly what Coach T.C. Taylor talked about, being physical up front. That was going to be the key.
What did Shador Sanders say? It equates to a blowout.
The tackles were arm tackles.
And once again,
Mulligan
now to about the 27-yard line.
Why y'all let them run you down like that?
Jackson State just running the ball down the throat.
Y'all are soft in the middle. Oh, I'm going to cut up at halftime, y'all.
Just want to be physical up front, and right now,
I'm going to cut up at halftime.
That contest.
Yeah,
let me go ahead and
giving all the selections on the buffet to Southern that they want
for halftime.
Because I mean, they are really doing a great job up front.
I wonder is Perry coming back?
Smith Jr., the junior.
I wonder is Perry going to come back?
The center coming off the field, kind of pumped up because that front line has really done a great job. And you can tell the one thing that Coach Taylor spoke about in his press conference earlier in the week, controlling the A-gaps. And when you control the A-gap between the guard and the guard, it makes things a lot more difficult for Southern.
Absolutely. And as you look,
I got my water for now.
The Jackson State guys, they're cool, they're calm, they're collective. They understand what's going on, and they have viewed the positive results.
I know Southern's over there like, man, y'all had me drive 3 hours. You had me drive 6 hours.
Coach Graves and also the other defensive staff.
You had me drive 7 hours for this.
Get into this game. Do something to really make it.
They gonna stay for the halftime show, but baby, there's some folks that's gonna head on back. They ain't finna watch this.
It's literally night and day on both sidelines. And even when you look at the fans for Southern University, they're sitting on their hands right now.
First down and 10.
Report is they over there having a funeral.
Sometimes a timeout make a difference. We'll see what happens here. Morgan hands it off once again.
Oh, JD.
Martin on the
All
carry.
right, JD.
Boy, he's been a difference maker today. Not a big game here, and that's a win for Southern. And that'll bring up second down.
Absolutely. And this time, Southern was able to get the tackle on first contact. That's one of the rare times we've actually seen that happen in this game, especially in the first.
Noah Bodden. Noah Bodden is QB2.
You just can't grab at folks. You got to wrap up. And I'm sure that's something Coach Graves has been telling his guys on the opposite sideline.
Morgan going deep, looking incomplete.
Ooh, come on, it's Isaiah.
Broken up by Horatio Johnson.
Trying to get the ball.
They over there having I wonder are they having, what type of funeral are they having? They got a line with it.
Spencer and Morgan just not on the same page on that one. Brings up third down now, and a huge third down.
We happy over here. We all smiles.
For Southern University, for Jackson State, it's just a matter of just increasing their lead and then continuing the momentum flow as they situate themselves about 6 minutes away from halftime.
JD in motion and toss out in front, way too far out in front. It goes out of bounds, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass definitely serves up as a win for the Southern defense. Now I think it's a matter of, if you're TC Taylor, do you bring your field goal unit out, or do you go ahead and just go gamble and try to pick up the first down? Nope, never mind. They're not gambling.
Not for no 4th and 10. They should have ran it 5 yards.
His long is 35 yards this year. It's a 43-yard field goal attempt.
I thought his longest was 45 yards.
44 yards. Make it 44 yards now. Looks like that the holder is going to snap it just inside.
So that would be
4-yard line.
2 drives, 14 points.
Snap, the hold is down, the kick is up.
It's not good.
Beza now has it's missed. Beza missed this field goal.
So that's 2 drives that we're supposed to have 14. It's supposed to be
on that one. So for Jackson State, you don't come away with any points. So for Southern, you
30
a sigh of relief, because now you have an opportunity to cut into this lead. And at this point in time,
you can't leave those points on the field, right?
Jaguars need to get a
you cannot. There's literally
kind of get themselves back into this game.
14 points that was left on the field.
Another stop so they can roll with the momentum into the locker room and then have all the fans happy, as the Sonic Boom of the South will be taking the field shortly.
Beza missed his first PAT earlier in the game. Now he missed his first field goal of the season. Here is the give. Southern University now back on offense, and it'll be Noah Bodden in the ball game, and we'll see what happens with Teasett on whether or not he will be back in the ball game.
Of course, Noah Bodden was the starter at the beginning of the season. He got a big win last year in the Bayou Classic against his former team, Grambling State. But he has struggled early on in the season. But right now is that opportunity for him to really make up for whatever he does. But, oh, here comes the pressure.
And the pocket collapsed, and Bodden goes down. Nobles gets the sack for Jackson State, and it's third down and long now for Southern.
So think about it like this. Nobles, in his last 3 plays, has 2 sacks on 2 different quarterbacks. Nobles just whips the left tackle once again, wraps him up, and throws him down just to let him know, hey, I'm here.
Third down and long now for Southern University. And here's a delayed give out to about the 24-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards on the play. True Thompson on the tackle for Jackson State. The 6'1", 281-pound junior from Grayson, Georgia, came into the game with 8 tackles.
Nothing doing on that drive right there for Southern University. Of course, True Thompson, another one of those defensive linemen who is making a solid performance today on that defensive line. But hey, if you're Jackson State defense, you're going to get the ball back for that offense and have an opportunity to put points on the board with less than 4 to go.
Southern University with just 48 yards, total yards in the ball game, 8 yards rushing. And here is a kick. This one is high, and it will hit at midfield and will roll dead at the 48-yard line. And that is where Jackson State will start this possession. Another great start here for Jackson State. Great field position, I should say, at the 48-yard line.
Correct. So look, we're taking a look right here. I just see McCoy right there to the left. He's clapping his hand. He doesn't have his helmet on, so we don't know if he's probably not coming back into the game. But he's cheering on his offensive mates, kind of letting them know, like, hey, we got your foot on the neck of the opposition. Let's keep driving and let's keep rolling to basically, take the win out of the seal for the Jaguars.
For Southern University, you can really say that they had a win that last defensive stand that they had off that missed field goal. So Jackson didn't score any points there. So now they'll have to answer the call once again. A little bit of a shorter field at the 48-yard line. Here is the pitch out. 40. And out of bounds. And that is going to be Travis Terrell on the run, and a flag on the play. Flag is right around the 37-yard line. Make that the 32-yard line.
Jackson State had this dialed up well. They got outside containment, hooking the defensive end, and then nothing but space and a lot of opportunity around that left side. Now, interesting thing, we saw a flag fly and we saw a hat go too. It wasn't a passing play, so we know for sure that that could be an extracurricular when it comes to the penalty.
Possibly hit out of bounds.
We got some anti-Jackson State fans right below our broadcast booth.
As long as it's not on Jackson State. We could use an extra 15 yards.
Chatting is out to make sure they get every single piece of.
Maybe they have two different penalties, so they'll cancel out.
Well, if you are Southern, you hope it's not against you. Holding on Jackson State. So
it's holding.
Hold and a personal foul against Jackson State.
Damn, that's 25 yards, man.
Penalties against the Tigers.
Damn.
That's basically 25 yards in penalties.
Damn.
I mean, Santori, I was with you. I thought there was definitely a late hit out of bounds because we literally saw Coach T.C. Taylor run up to the two players who were engaged to kind of just separate them before things got worse. Now, I mentioned that how the Southern Jaguars lost the outside containment, but as we just took a look at something, there was a little hold around there, and I didn't see that flag come up, but apparently they were able to catch that as well. But the Southern University defender like, hey, man, he's holding me. He's holding me.
Coach Graves had a couple of questions for one of the officials. So it's going to be
Personal foul. What the hell is going on with all these damn calls?
We have a face mask and a personal foul here. There's the face mask.
Okay, that's 15.
There's a late hit. That late hit was by Kirk Ford Jr., the left tackle.
And that we see Coach T.C. Taylor showing he still got his 4.4 speed running down the sideline to make sure that he separates the players.
I mean, Kirk's gonna ride for his
So basically, what does that
back.
mean? It's offset, do it all over again.
Absolutely.
Yay for the offset.
You just saw an action-packed play.
You don't need to be pulling no running back down. Get him right now. I'm glad we got the replay going. ESPN
on
here.
the field.
They trying to figure it out,
Charge
boy.
to Southern.
Figure it out.
Looks like Coach Graves wants to talk it over with our head official.
What you talking about? I know you seen that face mask. What you talking?
No. When you take a look at what Jackson State University has done in rushing the ball as they get the ball back at the 32-yard line, there you got the numbers. Martin, 33 yards on 7 rushes. Smith, 9 carries, 27 yards. Total in the ball game, 113 yards on the ground for Jackson State. Southern with 8.
It's a good balance on the rushing attack for Jackson State. But you know what else that shows you? It shows you that the dominance up front.
Will it be a goose egg, y'all?
On another level against the Jags. If you're the Jags defensive line, you've got to be upset and frustrated with the way that you're basically being thrown around by the big uglies and the buffet busters of Jackson State University.
First down and 10. Jackson State trying to add to their lead before halftime. Morgan still on the field. Cam, of course, went down. Don't know yet if he will return.
They're trying to get the run game. They were trying to get a running back to push through.
Run on first down to the 30. Clock and kick. Ahmad Miller on the carry. Ahmad Miller on the carry.
You see how they bringing in all the backs. We got a rotation of backs.
Taylor, of course, he's calling the offensive plays, and right now he just wants to milk this clock and literally get a score before they go into the halftime locker room. I don't think they're going to really, do anything dynamic or crazy, but we'll see.
There's a pitch out. There's the run. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jackson State University. Ahmad Miller, the 6-foot sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee, gets the 6 on the board for Jackson State.
It's what we've been talking about all game long. Those first missed have become dreadful.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
So Ahmad Miller with the touchdown, and the extra point try is good.
All right.
Well,
are they going to let Goose
run? Great pitch out here.
If you're the Southern defensive back, you got a one-on-one situation. You have to make that tackle. If you're Jackson State, you got to make that man miss. What happens? The Jackson State running back makes the guy miss, and after and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown. It's just all part of this dominant rushing attack that Jackson State has presented in the first half of this game.
And now if you are Southern University, you're under 3 minutes to go here in this first half of play, and now you're down 23-0. And that kind of a touchdown going into the halftime locker room can really be deflating.
Oh, without a doubt, especially since the Southern University offense has really not been able to muster any positive results throughout the day. I mean, clearly, when you look at it just on the third down conversions, they're not doing well. They're 1 of 6 on third down. So in 7 positions, literally in all of the positions, they've only been able to pick up 1 first down so far. And here's the other thing, too. You may hear it in the background, a little Frankie Beverly and Mays. This crowd is into it now because Jackson State is on top of their bitter arch rival, Southern University. And if you're the Jaguars, it's going to be tough sledding moving forward with these last 2.5 minutes.
Well, that's the look right there. It's like, look, you got to get it together.
Exactly.
And so halftime show coming up. And, of course, you spoke about Frankie Beverly passed away this past week. And, earlier in the game when we were in a break, the Jackson State University band playing one of the themes from Coming to America, James Earl Jones and Ed Louis, he passed this past week as well. And so 2 really giants in their industry.
Look at that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, nobody had a voice like James Earl Jones, so I mean, I appreciated every
yes
from the African standpoint and also every movie that it was doing, every biography that he did. I still remember a movie that my grandmother used to watch called Bingo Long when he was with Richard Pryor and company. People league baseball, and of course,
He said,
from Coming to America. So yeah, two icons that were lost in James Earl Jones and Frankie Beverly. I would not be surprised if the Frankie Beverly and Mays playlist increases around the SWAC this season.
On third down, right after this play, we'll tell you about a little comparison here as Morris getting the play right now down on the field. Third down, just a little comparison here. When Southern has faced third down, it's been at least third down and 8 or 9 yards to go.
Some of them folks said, I know I didn't pay $50 for this.
Third and 4, third and 5. Big difference.
Huge difference. If you're Jackson State, you're having third and manageable. If you're Southern University, you're third and long. It's a completely different scale of things.
Nephew is so
Noah
messy.
trying to get something on going for Southern University. Big catch. And that's going to be a first down for Cam Jefferson.
That sound like missionary. I don't know. Or that sound like wait, who is that?
The ball on the money.
Ooh.
3 Jackson State defenders where only his guy can make the catch, and they got a first down. And one of the first times they've been this deep in Jackson State territory.
That's a big time throw by Noah Bodden. Boy, that will get the fans going from Southern University, and we are at our 2-minute warning. First down at the 35-yard line when we come back.
Y'all. Baby, this is made for primetime TV. That ass whooping ain't from outside. That ass whooping came straight from scratch. This is breaking news. I just got a live picture from Jackson, Mississippi, of the current situation on the ground. And I just wanted to share it with you all. This is live footage. Live footage. As you can see, there were reports out of the Midwest that people have been eating cats, and it looks like we're going to have to report that cats are also being eaten in Jackson, Mississippi. It's happening, y'all. Drop the light. Yes, they having a party. I want to see the party. He ain't even happy about the boombox the battle either. Y'all lost the 0 quarter too. They lost the 0 quarter. You need some different coaches. Let me stop being messy. Oh Lord. That is still on commercial. We have a great show. I know this after show we're gonna cut up. This is FAMU looking at us because they know they gotta come without their band. And most of their fans, because their fans don't travel. Y'all fans better get here. You better give them a leg up, boy. Better give them a leg up. It's gonna be hard.
From Jackson State, ought to be a great halftime show, and of course it'll get the fans going. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. Of course, these two fan bases don't like each other. These two football teams don't like each other. But these two bands don't like each other either.
What the bands got to do?
This game, my quarterback, Noah Biden.
Here's Noah Biden deep throw.
Yeah, the ball in the
Man,
background.
and one of the band members got steamrolled at the very last minute.
Oh, man, yeah.
Let me see.
Gotta watch out. Smith
Ooh.
did all he could to try to pull up, and looks like one of the band members, security people.
Hey, we got live footage directly from.
I can't hear a thing.
That ball for an interception.
Call back later. Call back at halftime.
It probably doesn't run into the individual out there on the side.
Second down.
It's completion from the 14-yard line.
Takes off with the football. Goes out of bounds after a gain of about 4.
This is something that we had not seen Biden do in those first couple of weeks. Showing his
Them
footwork
snakes
and
ain't
really
gonna.
getting
They
out.
them snakes not getting on that
Right
plane.
there. Let's get out of bounds, see what you can pick up, and then get out of bounds right there. Pick up solid yardage to keep the drive going.
And what do they call that? That's maturity. That's showing the growth of a quarterback when you can pull it down and say, hey, I got to take off with the ball. I'm not going to get 9 or 10 on the pass, but I can get at least some positive yards out of that play.
I don't think he's gonna come on.
Third and manageable for
I don't think he's coming, Miss Veronica. I think he's gonna sit on the sideline.
Back. Throws complete.
There's way too
And
many
that pass is going to go
defensive
out
backs.
to Cam Jefferson.
Way too many defensive backs for him
First
to have been
down,
able
Southern.
to get that one.
Tackle made by Guthrie.
Let's take a look here. Biden rolling out, just directed this man, throwing it once again to a point where only his guy can make the catch. He almost was laid out to drive, but he was able to hold on to the
I'm
ball.
like, what?
Here is the give. A couple of yards here on first down. But you notice
They trying
what
to
Biden was
punch in at
doing?
least a
That ball
touchdown.
was just over the outstretched hands of the defender, and he pinpointed that pass right into Jefferson's hands.
They gotta get that. The pass rusher gotta get there quicker though.
Baby.
You can't give Noah Biden
He's
time.
had quite a few good throws in his career.
Yeah, you know, to some guys,
When he's
Jerry Rice.
you can't give
Funny
Noah
commercial now that he
extra
says, hey,
time.
can I have the senior citizen discount? Funny.
There you go.
Biden throws, and it is nearly picked off. And now Biden's shaking up a little bit at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, see?
Oh, boy.
Man, boy. I hope they bought another
Biden
quarterback.
took a nasty hit as he was trying to get rid of the ball.
He should have let it
He was
go.
trying to get rid of the ball, too. He almost threw it away to give Jackson State the ball once again.
Like, get rid of it. He's coming right towards you. Throw it. See? You can't.
untouched
You're not gonna be
up
able
the
to.
middle, and literally, Biden had no time to get that.
Number
ball
3,
away
you
for
should have got that. That was
last
yours.
second.
That was
He
money.
able to do that. Of course, that's Ashton Taylor, one of the talented linebackers on this Jackson State team. Now, third
down
for Southern, a situation they've been in throughout majority of this evening.
Taylor, 11 tackles and a half a sack this year. Here is Biden, goes to the end zone over the head of the receiver as he tried to get it into Darren Morris, the redshirt freshman. And KJ Chisholm on the coverage for Jackson State.
Darren Morris, one of the freshmen that's always been around Southern University football. He played for the Southern University Lab School right there on the campus of Southern University. He tried to high point and get that 50-50 ball, but just out of the reach.
They thought they was going to get a touchdown. Block this. Block it. Block it. Block it. Block it. Block that kick. Block that kick.
Field goal is up. Good. Southern gets on the board.
Yeah, if you're a Jaguar fan, and also if you're on the coaching staff, you gotta be happy with the fact that you do not have that goose egg on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Yes, you're down by 20 points, but the fact that you're able to actually get some points on the board, carry that into the locker room, they have something to talk about from a positive factor as they get ready to roll into the locker room and then come back for the second half.
9 plays, 63 yards, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. That's the longest drive for Southern in the game.
And as you mentioned before, Santori, you talk about maturity we saw Noah Biden really, really look quite mature on that drive. Hitting his wide receivers in wide open spaces, and then just getting out of dodge and leading his team down the field for their first scoring drive of the day, especially after he was, benched today. Well, benched last week and then not starting today. So Coach Graves said that the guy has been going through a slump and he just needs to find his way to get back into the mix, because they were going to need his veteran leadership, and we're now seeing it right here.
This kickoff goes out of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson State will have the ball with 36 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
I say just take a knee, take it on in there.
Southern, you feel good
23-20, and you get the ball. I mean, I feel like that's good.
Absolutely, because
all right, let me
have a zero or the goose egg on the scoreboard as you're going into the locker room. That's a tough spot. That is a very, very tough spot. So for them literally to have that, and really the best drive they've had going into Jackson State territory was that drive right there. And you think about it, Southern's trying to pick themselves up after Teasett was knocked out of the game with an apparent lower leg injury. So they do get some points. Now, if you're TC Taylor and company, you got to really just play it safe with these last 36 seconds.
On the carry.
Yeah, there's no reason to do.
Miller. That probably will be the last play of the first half. Maybe one more play.
Maybe one more wait for that play clock to reset. And you are right, Century. That's it.
That's it.
To the end of the first half. Jackson State takes a 23-3 halftime lead into the locker room. Head coach Terrance Graves waiting for his team, and there you see head coach of Jackson State headed to the locker room with a big lead.
All right, y'all. They have spoken.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to be available 24/7.
Available 24/7. Sounds like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
All right, we got the halftime show. Come on up here. Come on up. Come on up. Hey, TJ.
What's up with it? What's up with it, man?
Man. Where you want to start? You want to start with offense, defense, special teams? Where you want to start? What do you think about Jackson State? Well, I would say let's talk about the first quarter, because that was really where the Jets were turned up.
Yeah, we did good. Like I was telling Perry, I told him, your defensive end crashed. Like, they shouldn't do that, because you're going to play right in the Jackson State hand just by running RPO. Because I went back and watched the film. I told him, I said, bro, your ends crashing like that, not keeping containment, it's going to kill y'all. And look what Jackson State doing. That's all they doing.
Were you impressed with some of the starters today? There was quite a few that
I feel like
that we didn't really necessarily. It was like, oh, okay, we didn't expect that.
Yeah, I feel like that Cam is a better thrower than Jacoby, but Jacoby is a better manager. Like, he understand. Like, you see the difference in it. Like, but I'm pleased. I could take it. I'm pleased.
So for me, I feel like when you look at the actual stats, Jacobian actually has a better completion percentage. It'll probably wane a little bit in this particular game, but going into this game from ULM to Lane, he had a 81.8 completion percentage. It was the highest, one of the highest in the last. I have to pull up that actual stat, but yeah, he really. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. Like, yeah. I feel like one thing that I'm seeing is he's coming every which way, right? And this is the first time that we're seeing the full team in tow, and we're getting ready to see the packages that he's made for even the running back room. Oh my God. What how are you going to compete against a running back room like that?
That's what I was saying. Like, he doing a hell of a job. Like, I told Perry, man, y'all defensive line not what y'all hype it up to be. I seen it. You know, I'm like, with Jack State got up front for an O line and
Thank you, Gary.
and our running back
Y'all come
room.
up here for this halftime show if y'all want to say something, baby. This is when I tell you this is belt to ass. It's belt to ass. Let me make sure they're not showing the nope, they're not showing it yet. I will go to it if they decide to show the halftime show. I'll definitely go over there to ESPN. I think for me, one of the things that I'm most impressed with is the play calling, which we said, where is it at? Where is it at? We ain't seen it. Oh, okay, TC, what you doing? What you doing? Where's the play calling at? And he just came out this particular game, and I'm pretty sure he shut up any and everybody that had something smart to say. What you was gonna say, right?
I was gonna say, man, look, he calling a hell of a game. Keep the foot on the gas. I want you to put up 50.
Can you talk a little bit about those breakdowns for those last couple of plays, though? Because I feel like we actually left about 14 points on the ground. Is that an indictment of Southern making adjustments, or is that the Jacobians breakdown for Jacobians play? Like, what do you think that? What do you attribute that to?
For Jacoby, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you. Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
For Jacoby, I'm gonna say this. I feel like, okay, don't force it, but get a clean throw. I feel like if he settle down, he get a clean throw. A lot of them missed passes, we can move the ball.
So offensive, if Jackson State is 2-2 on red zone attempts, red zone points 10 points, red zone touchdown, rush pass 1 of 0, red zone field goal made 1 of 1. We're 5-9 for third downs, third down efficiency. You know, there's always going to be somebody who's going to complain, right? That's how it is. Take away the defense comparison. Southern has 37 tackles versus Jackson State's 28. Solo tackles 23 versus 16 for Jackson State. Tackles for loss, Southern has 1 tackle for loss, where Jackson State has 3 tackles for loss for a total of negative 15 yards. 4 pass breakups. We get to see our DBs in action, right? 2 quarterback hurries, 2 quarterback sacks for negative 12 yards. Listen, the defense is doing what they need to do. Offensively, cumulatively, Jackson State has 269 total net yards, and 148 of them are rushing. So this particular game, we're definitely seeing an increase in rushing, right?
Right.
And I love it. I love the fact that I'm able to see the progression of his play calling and dialing up a totally different type of offense, right? Let's get QB progression. So not Jacobian's best game today. He's 6 of 12 for 50% for 76 yards. Some of those passes that he's missing, though, those are like he's doing the deep throws, right? So that's what the play call is for a deep throw, and those receivers just have to get down the field, right? Jonas Fortillion, we know that he has the speed, and we know that he's able to do the matchups, but I think at least 2 of those big deep throws was for Fortillion, and he's just going to have to meet up with that DB and battle it out and get down there.
Right.
Teasett is 6 of 10 for 60%. He's only has 35 passing yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Noah Bodden has came in 4 of 7 for 62 yards. He's only able to, of course, they only came out with a field goal. So the matchups for the quarterbacks has been interesting, right? Especially since they almost had a couple of banking injuries.
Yeah.
So I hope they're okay though.
Yeah, but defense.
They need to get rid of the ball, don't it?
Yeah, but defense playing lights out right now. I feel like just keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up the big plays. You know what I'm saying? And you got the game. I mean, they can't move the ball. Man, they suck.
Right. So as long as the defense, and I like that. So with us being at a home game, you're able to see the complete defense, right? We're able to see the subs. We're able to see our second and third string get in there and plug and play and give the first team a break. So you're able to see that. What do you think about their longevity as far as strength and conditioning? Because I know that's going to come into play in this second half. We're going to see.
It shows that we're the better team. It shows.
Who do you think is going to be able to match up with us in the SWAC? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just.
I'm gonna say this. See, really, to be honest, everybody talking about FAMU. I'm telling everybody, when our defense penetrates so much pressure that we don't even have to send a blitz, but once you get him out the pocket, once you get FAMU quarterback out the pocket, it's game over. Like they can't do that. Like he is their team. Like if you shut him down, that's a wrap for them because they ain't got no defense.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? With we just go in there and just play our game. You know what I'm saying? Just play our style of football, and you know what I'm saying. Don't give up the big plays, and our defense penetrate. You know our D line penetrate. They you know what I'm saying. They O line and we gonna handle business.
So just a little update on some of the scores around the SWAC. Alabama State is playing at Samford, and it's 7-6 right now with Alabama State up at 1. Grambling State is at Texas A&M Commerce, and they are tied right now, 21-21. Valley is 8-31 at halftime. Of course, the Southern Jags is in a 20-point deficit against Jackson State. Let me make sure I'm not doing the halftime. They did not show the halftime at this point in time. Let me see. Tennessee State is up 31-14 against UAPB. They're in the second quarter. That's a lot of points. 45 points just, and you still got a couple of minutes left in the second quarter. That's a high-scoring game. Good Lord. And then Bethune-Cookman is 21-49 against Western Michigan Broncos. They're in the third quarter. Let me see if I can find some more games. Who else is playing today? Ain't Prairie View playing? I think Prairie View a lot. Oh, I have one that was bad. Good Lord, that was bad. North Carolina A&T played Delaware, and they got hammered bad. It was so bad. They need to go ahead and come back to the MEAC, don't it? Let me go ahead and pull that up. Look at that, 42-13. Good God Almighty! I think they're in the same. They're in the same division, and you getting blown out like it's a money game. Sheesh! I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. All right, y'all. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love what Jackson State is doing. Just like a couple of things that I think that I would want to see implemented for the second half is the defensive backs. I don't know. They've been letting a couple of those passes get off. Maybe that was just before the second half. Prairie getting their ass beat. What's SU's front seven? Let's go ahead and see if we can figure that out. Starters. Okay, so the starters that they have on defense are Jacobian Givens, which is number 1. Number 4 is West. This is safety. DB R. Johnson. Well, you said front. Defensive tackle is Cotton, which he almost got ejected from the game. Miles, Harrell, and D. Harry, Givens. So Givens, Harry, Miles, and Cotton. That's who I got on here. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Make it bigger for y'all so you can see it. I don't know why ours isn't in there, but ours isn't in there. For some reason, our starters aren't in there. But they got theirs. So that's interesting. Nevertheless, they had some stuff shaken up over here for Jackson State with referring to, like, you know. So special teams. Matt Knoll had a punt for 39 yards. Travis Terrell has 29 yards. They're supposed to be better than ours? No, I don't think so. All right, let's go.
And now we have the sonic boom of the South on the field.
That's not me, y'all. I don't know why you can't hear it. They did something to the sound.
It's now time to give you what you came to see. Energetic, entertaining, and electric. The trendsetters of all dance teams, with elegance and beauty. Please welcome the thrill of a billion eyes, the punting Teasett. All right, let's
What's going on with the sound at the stadium? I really wish we could hear it.
The Sonic Boom of the South performing in front of the crowd here in Jackson, Mississippi. We're at halftime. The score 23-3. Jackson State on top. Southern. We'll have more halftime activities right after this.
They're just gonna poop out each other.
Y'all.
How do you see poop out one?
HJB says it's wartime. So far, it's a joke. They tried the boom. Lord have mercy. Not they're trying the boom. Listen, it's a lot of mad Jags that are going to be headed back down the highway shortly, right? They might leave now. Might as well, because we're going to put up another 20 against y'all. They do not have an answer for that Jackson State defense.
Please just turn into a mega.
How you gonna fix it? You done messed me up the jobless visit. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. Don't feel like I just been abused out here today. God ain't pleased with this. You can't do the Saints like this. Boy, I don't even know if I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm doing refund.
We gonna take your chain, hoe ass. Daddy got a broke foot.
I guess things ain't go according to plan, huh, Peters?
Man, we was hanging in there with him at first.
Yeah, and that lasted about as long as Chris Brown and stomped the yard. All right, 2nd and 3. Right, quarterback steps up like Channing Tatum. All right, take a look at this guy getting thrown around like an overused word. All right, take a look at Peters. I'm terrified. These guys are much stronger than I anticipated. He got me hemmed up like the dry cleaning lady. Right, here comes Deion's son. These boys are rich. Only Sanders or more chicken is the colonel. I try to catch him. All right, but the only thing I run is my mouth. So he gets away like Casey Anthony. All right, now watch Jacobs, right? The joke's on y'all. I already know I'm slower than Continental Drift. All right, so why even try? Let me just pull up like David Goggins or Birdman on the Breakfast Club. 42-yard touchdown. All right, 2nd and 6, right? Hand it off to the back. Right, take a look at Charles. I'm scared. This guy's bigger than me, stronger than me, faster than me. His SWAC surface much smoother than mine, right? I try to tackle him, all right, but I piss down my leg and get my head pushed back like a Pez dispenser. Touchdown. All right, I'm Davis, right? I'm scared. The ball's coming right at me. I don't know what to do, right? I could jump up, maybe knock it down, pick it off. All right, but I'm not really an athlete, so I'm just going to turn around and watch this spectacular catch. Oh, my God, look at his feet tap like Charles Oliveira. Touchdown. DB's in this room. We got to create turnovers, fumble recoveries, interception. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not teaching it right. Need to bring Davis's mama in here. She show y'all how to grab some balls.
I'm trying to do like 10 different things. So I'm going to do a quiz. Which quarterback has the most touchdowns in Boombox Classic history? Is it let me see. supposed to been done this. So the choices are: is it going to be Sam George, Shador Sanders, White Tiger, or Robert Kent? Let me put that in there. Robert Kent or Sam George. So which quarterback has the most passing touchdowns in Boombox Classic history? Let's just do. Am I still muted? Oh, I'm not muted anymore. Y'all can't hear me? Let me see. Ow. I hope y'all can hear me. All right. More like I hope y'all can hear this stream. What are you doing, Brax? Y'all can't hear it? I don't know. Braxton, get away. Because I'm having technical difficulties and I do not want to blame you. Over there. Hello? Hello? Give me my phone, Braxton. Give me my Can y'all hear? Oh my God. They couldn't even bring him down. That's a big boy. We got big boys getting interceptions too. Isaiah Spencer, all right. They told Jacobian, if you want to hold the ball, you need to be running down the lines so you can. Spence. Uh-oh. That's Jacobian. Pet and Jacoby Gibbons. That was a big stop for them. Yeah. I would be using my tight end this one. This is a big third down. All right. Damani Lacey. Okay. What a turn of events, right? We saw Southern and they were driving and it looked like, oh my goodness, it looked like they might just get somewhere, right? And then all of a sudden, who made you look? Let's look up this young man. Let me see if I can find him. Give him his just due so I can read him out. Y'all, this is the defensive line. I want to say defensive tackle, right? Yeah, he's a defensive tackle that just got the interception. Damani Lacey, 288 pounds, is junior, 6'3". He's from Eufaula, Alabama. Northwest Mississippi Community College was his former school, Eufaula High School. Before Jackson State, he played at Northwestern Mississippi Community College. He recorded 15 tackles, including 7 solo stops, recorded 3.5 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks, recorded 2 quarterback hurries, played in 5 games for Murray State in 2022, finishing with 5 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a forced fumble. Played in 1 game for Murray State before redshirting the rest of his true freshman season in 2021. He did complete in high school. He played for the Eufaula High School, and yeah, so he's like that. See, we got some aces in the hole, man. We can hear you, but not the game. Okay, let me try to do some work on that. I didn't know you guys couldn't hear the game, so that's weird. Braxton, give me my phone, please. Let me try some stuff. Dang, y'all couldn't hear that? The whole thing? Okay. Let me see if I could redo this. I'm over here talking my, you know what? Please tell me y'all can hear this. Let me know if you can hear
Isaiah
it.
Spencer on the reception, and Horatio Johnson. Boy, he said his name quite a few times tonight with the tackle.
Johnson's been getting a lot of work, especially against Spencer. He was able to get the great tackle. And
Let me have my phone,
Spencer
Braxton, please.
out of space in that scenario. So not only a great tackle, but now Jackson State's drive will stall. They'll have to go for a field goal attempt.
Give
34 yards, 39 yards. Gerard Beza, the sophomore. The kick is up. And it's good. Beza with a 39-yard field goal. And Jackson extends their lead 26-3 over Southern.
So if you're Southern, considering the fact that you had a turnover, it did not lead to a touchdown. It did lead to points, but it did not lead to a touchdown. So for Coach Graves, he's going to walk over to his guys and basically say, hey, you're still in this, but at the same time, too, they have to take advantage of what they have.
Of course, Southern University, located in Baton Rouge, founded in 1880, just over 7,000 students. Some of the famous alumni, Common, who's a musician and a poet. Randy Jackson, you may know him from American Idol, also a record producer. And the great Mel Blount, and a fantastic career in the NFL.
Absolutely. I've had a chance to meet Mel Blount a number of times coming over to Huntsville. His former Pittsburgh Steelers teammate, John Stallworth, used to have a big summer extravaganza. We brought all the old guys in there to raise scholarships. And, of course, look at Mel Blount. He looked like he can still play today in his 70s.
Oh, absolutely. Jackson State will kick off. Lots of games going on around the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Next week, it's for real for both of these teams. This one will go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Another great alum from Southern University, Mo Carter.
Oh, man, I was warned that a pitcher may come up at some point in time. This was 2007, I want to say, after one of our various SWAC games earlier in that season. So, yeah, shout out to the Sports Information Department for going dig up that pitcher for sure.
Yeah, Willie said a few things. I found out later that Willie said something. Leave it to Willie.
Yep. Willie Scott, one of the great SIDs in the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Mo, that was a few years ago.
It was.
Here's the give across the 25 to about the 27 on first down, gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Yes, sir. That certainly was a number of years ago, back when all I had to worry about was going to class, going to practice, and going to the weight room.
Now bills and all of that getting away.
Throw kids in there too, and it's the good life.
They can keep the bills. Second down and 8. Biden in the shotgun. Biden in trouble. Nearly goes down again. Another quarterback hurry for Jackson State. Ashton Taylor on the quarterback hurry.
Yes, that backside pressure once again coming from Jackson State. Right now, Southern University just has no answer for that pressure. Nobles as well in the mix. Called his name a lot tonight.
Well, you know what? Head coach Terrance Graves said that when things aren't working, sometimes you got to throw away the play sheet. You got to throw away the plan that you had, and you got to come up with something and throw it against the wall until it sticks. Biden throws, pass, good. And a reception. Wade Davis, 6-foot senior from Dallas, Texas, on the catch.
Davis running the short route, but then sitting down in between the defense. At the same time, too, Botton had to buy some time, but eventually he got it over to Davis. He's able to pick up the first down and moving the chains, and these are the positive plays that Southern's going to have to continue to make to remain in this game.
Well, there's a play that stuck, so they may go back to it. Botton with the handoff. Gain of a couple on the play. That's something about, Coach Graves he talks about is discipline. And that discipline, he said, it's not just on the field, but it's off the field. And he says if you play discipline, you live discipline, good things can happen. Right now, look, Southern's had some problems and some issues here tonight, but now you're seeing a little bit of movement by the Southern University offense.
And you talk about discipline, that comes directly from his mentor, who is sitting about 20 feet away from us, Coach Pete Richardson.
Nice catch in the open field. Tyler Kirkwood all the way inside the 10-yard line. And they will spot him at the 4. First down and goal Southern.
So right here, Biden takes 3 steps back. He throws it right up the seam. And Kirkwood is able to almost outrun the defender. He tried to do a little stutter step at the end. I think if he keeps running and then dives for the goal line, he gets in. Instead, Southern will have it first and goal, by far the closest they have ever got to the goal line throughout this entire evening.
Well, they are knocking at the door, and you see Jackson State University changing some personnel here. I think they're going to call timeout. Oh, there's an injured Jackson State player on the ground.
Absolutely, the trainer's getting over to Coach T.C. Taylor, trying to figure out what just happened, talking over with his defensive staff.
Shamar Hawkins from Chicago, Illinois was down.
Shamar has been a huge contributor to the defense, so that's disheartening to see. So hopefully it's just a little sting or something.
That is the exact type of play that Southern University needs to build some sort of momentum.
And now there's another player down, this time with a cramp.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is that time of the year where you got to drink every bit of water and Gatorade that you can. Because it is definitely cramping season. Of course, it is cool, but it has been quite warm throughout the day. And, of course, when you got those helmets and those shoulder pads and everything else on, your body gets a little heated compared to how things would be maybe during a regular practice or something. Game time, temperatures, way different situation. Now, Coach Graves, talking over with some of the officials.
This is why I think Coach Graves is talking to the officials right here.
Yeah, Jackson State was trying to make a lot of substitutions, and they have a lot of men on the field.
And then here's the next one. So Coach Graves wanted to talk to the officials.
Coach Graves wants to make sure that Jackson State wasn't pulling a fast one on them.
First down. To give. Touchdown. And touchdown, Southern University. Jaguars get 6 on the board.
Southern chasing the end zone for the first time this entire evening. And you talk about a touchdown that was much needed for a team that was really throughout this game. That's exactly what happened right there. Southern really still not getting the rushing attack going the way they want to get it. But on that play right there, they found the end zone, following the big buffet busters up front.
Ooh, it's about damn time.
I believe that was C.J. Russell that scored on that particular play. Couldn't tell because of the amount of mammoth humanity that was in there.
And it looks like Coach Graves has elected to go for 2 points.
Coach Graves says, let's go for 2. Odd, back to pass. Escape pressure. Throws. Oh, Chandler Whitfield
No
Tried
good.
to get that ball over the goal line, and it's no good. Day Bright with the stop. And Southern University denied the 2 points. 26-9, Jags.
Don't
trying
get
to get
cute.
closer.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say
Don't get cute now. They over there trying to get cute with it, ain't it? Tell them to stop trying to get cute. Trying to go for a 2 point. Why are you? What are you, Deion Sanders Jr.? Well, why would you do that? Now, why are you trying to do all that? Like, what are we doing here? That was unnecessary. You see that do you know how many quarterback hurries that, good Lord. I mean, it's been quarterback hurry after quarterback hurry. That defense is not letting up on you. He's going to apply pressure. And, you know, that's what I was saying about a lot of the quarterbacks in the SWAC when we talk about the ability for them to perform on a high level. Like, if you have a defense that's coming at you like that all the time, it's going to be damn near impossible for you to make moves. Like, why are you trying to play? Now you know better. Stop it. Okay, y'all. I'm getting ready to change the score. Oh, Lord have mercy. I've been trying to be a little bit too fancy. I just need to sit here and just vibe. Okay? Over here trying to update the scores and stuff. All right. Let me delete this one. I thought the score was going to change, like, not as rapidly, though. It's been changing. All right, Jackson State. You know that you done left about, how many points would y'all say they've done left out? I'll say they left out about at least 21 points have been left. I mean, we are, you know, comfortably, you know, but still. They done left some points out on the field.
A little bit closer and finally getting into the end zone after a long game so far. Getting that has been really important for them, and hopefully that gives them a little bit of momentum here.
Absolutely. 2 out were really the last 3 drives that Southern University has had. It has been basically the best drives they've had throughout the entire evening. 2 of them result in points. You think about what's going to happen if they don't turn the ball over on that first drive coming out of the locker room. But hey, they found the end zone there, now only down by 17, with still a lot of time left to go in this contest.
One play at a time, and, you know, again, you go back to what Coach Graves says, you got to find something until it sticks. And that drive, he found something that was able to stick to the wall and able to get 6 on the board.
Dang, Southern, you lost the 0 quarter, lost halftime.
Going well for you.
Southern's offense, we'll talk about that in just a second. Here is the return from Jackson State. Big return for JSU.
Woo, woo, woo.
And for Jackson State, Richard Mays. I'm sorry.
Okay, Richard!
Eric Simmons on the return.
Eric Simmons. Okay, Eric. Y'all, Simmons has been in the, when you talk about, us having depth, Simmons has been,
Kyle Williams was able to.
So Simmons is the football player that always say, you know. Oh,
Southern's
wow.
offense, big difference. First half, 111 yards, 3 points. Second half, or third quarter, 137 yards and 6 points. What a difference a half makes. And let's see what Jackson State does on this drive.
He just gonna run it up.
Yards, maybe 4 on first down.
Yes, Wheatley, little Eric.
Well, and that is running the ball right down the throat of this defensive line. Pick up about 5 yards on that play to bring it up to second down.
He done got up half the field.
Some shifting going on for Southern. Here is the give. Great defensive play by Southern University. And Jelani Davis.
So,
on the
as we
tackle,
can see,
6'2" redshirt
looking at
senior
the
for St.
offense,
Louis.
Coach TC is now really honing in on that ground offense with the just running, basically running the clock, right? He's not taking any unnecessary throws or anything like that.
Huge win for Coach Graves and company.
Morgan back to pass, pocket closes, but he gets away from pressure. Will take off with the football and goes out of bounds, and a flag. That'll be a late hit.
Definitely 15 yards.
That's going to be on Derek Williams, the linebacker for.
Why do they keep doing that?
Southern had the
You was
opportunity to get off the field, make it a 3 and out, but then.
Thank you for them 15 yards. That's not uncharacteristic. That's not uncharacteristic. That's not uncharacteristic now.
And that'll be a first down. And Williams comes over and is trying to plead his case.
Morgan buying a lot of time, but yeah, he is completely out of bounds. And of course, you know, if you're the Southern defender, you're trying to steal momentum, but you just got to stop just in general. Because look, he still lunges at least a yard out of bounds already. Don't do that if you're a Jaguar defender. If you're the Jackson State guy, sell it as much as you can.
Just like you said, you know, you wanted to get them off the field, and now all of a sudden they're back on. 5 penalties, 45 yards for Southern. No penalties for Jackson State.
Did you hear that?
State's been playing very disciplined.
Disciplined football. Discipline.
Jamarlo Campbell shooting the gap
the
and getting a tackle for a loss.
Penalty that they did was offset.
They'll bring up second down and 12. Big run, Morgan. Near a first down for Jackson State.
Portillion.
Jackson State wide receiver carrying not one but 2 Southern University defenders, trying to get to the sticks to move those chains.
Rodney Johnson on the tackle.
But at the same time, they'll set up 3rd and short. So once again, if you're Jackson, you want to keep these chains moving. If you're Southern, you want to get off the field with a stop coming up.
Yeah.
Morgan back to pass. Going deep, looking, and it is complete. What a catch! A huge catch by Jonas Portillion. First down, Jackson.
And I think in that situation, the center for Jackson State hiked the ball quickly because it seemed like there may have been an offside penalty. So, you know, free play type situation. So Morgan just throws it up, and his guy was able to come down and get the 50-50 ball. Lots of contact right there.
You see that?
Jackson State's got it first.
You see how Portillion matching up?
Inside the 20.
Why?
Here's the give on first down inside the 10-yard line. And once again, Irv Mulligan.
It's in there. It's in there.
Someone that we spoke about during our pregame.
TD!
And that he was going to be back. And what an addition he's been to this offense.
Correct.
Man, we about to be up on these boys. We about to put 30 up on them. And it's just still the 3rd quarter.
They've got
Come on, we about to Jackson State by 40. Do y'all want it or not?
I'm not really familiar with like which all you can eat buffet things are now open nowadays due to, you know, COVID and whatnot. But whatever's still open around here,
y'all gonna have to excuse some of these fans. They've been up since 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. They've been outside all day long, tailgating, drinking, eating, full of liquor. You know they've been drinking and eating all day long.
After announcing the Alcorn State University game, he said Alcorn State basically won, and then who is another team? A lot of fun here, Jackson.
Oh, very much so. But interesting, though. I mean, a number of teams in the SWAC know who Edward Waters is because they have scheduled them over the last couple of years.
Out of Florida. And a run into the end zone. Irv Mulligan, touchdown, Jackson State.
The last last two plays we see with Herb Mulligan, he has not been touched at least 3-4 yards down the field. The only difference between the last play and this play was the fact that 3-4 yards down the field is a touchdown for Jackson State. So they now extend their lead, making it 32-9.
Seven plays, 66 yards, 3:33 off the clock. Extra point try is good. 33-9 off.
Pass.
33-9, y'all. Uh-oh. My computer is shot. Come on back to the other side, y'all. Technical difficulties. Belt to ass. Y'all are, and I'm trying to change the score. 9-33. Do you think we're going to score 40 points? 9-33. It would be nice. In order for us to get Jackson State by 40, we got to score 50 points. All right, y'all. We're heading it down. It's crunch time. We should be able to now see a lot of play from some of our second and third string players. Please let me know if y'all
Extends their lead. ESPN College Football presented by Pepsi. As SWAC football rolls into Jackson, Mississippi, and where they are giving their home fans something to cheer about. You look at last week's game, they were able to handle miles. So far, they're doing this. The next two games, though.
You hear him blowing?
State, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Kickoff comes down to Southern University. It's going to be Chandler Whitfield, it looks like, in whom he is folded over like construction paper.
Like laundry. Folded.
And once again, coming up
like origami.
Special teams with a big
folded.
Is
like a panini.
Number 18 for Jackson State. That is Austin Edmonds.
Yep, said his name a couple of times.
Absolutely. Yeah, Sonic Boom in the South definitely giving their fans just some fun times here. But at the same time, it's all off of the Jackson State football team doing what they've been able to do tonight against the Jaguars.
It's nothing like seeing a great HBCU college football game, and you got all the fans who are cheering, waving pom-poms. I mean, it's nothing like the HBCU college experience.
The HBCU college experience is second to none. Glad that individuals like you and I haven't had a chance to live it. And of course, our stories are very, very unique, but there are so many other stories that go along with it as well. Got a little jaw jacket here between the Jaguars and Tigers.
Oh, yeah. It's still a robbery no matter what the score is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You will play until the whistle. You will play all the way until the clock.
Who's talking miss? Boy, sit down. Oh, wait. Let me see.
First down and 10 now for Southern. There's a good throw. Run after the catch. And that is going to be Corey Russell, or C.J. Russell, they call him. Guthrie on the tackle. C.J. Russell, of course, transferred from Grambling from Arcadia, Louisiana.
So With that being said, I'm pretty sure you've seen him a time or two in this scenario.
Better
That's what we
slide.
talked about earlier, Santoria. It has rained the last couple of days, so because it has rained, certain parts of this field are still somewhat slick, and we saw that right there.
Ooh.
There's a throw, almost a circus catch there by Chandler Whitfield, and Noah Bodden hits the dirt once again. It's real grass, by the way, down on the field. This is not turf down there.
Correct. Jackson State is one of the few teams in the Southwest Athletic Conference that does not have a turf field. But look, on that play right there, Chandler Whitfield almost comes up with an acrobatic catch. But, Noah Biden took a shot from the guy coming off the edge.
Biden has thrown for 217 yards so far, 1 interception.
And for Biden, that's really only in about 2 quarters of work. Quarter and a half, really.
Biden goes down.
Daniel, who's that?
And Taylor, I should say Nobles.
Oh, Nobles again. Joshua Nobles is eating today.
Nobles has been living in the backfield. Look how he just rushes past the opposition, just takes Biden down. Just making it look easy. We talk about how dominant the Jackson State offensive line has been. This Jackson State defensive line has been just as dominant. So I can't imagine what those head-to-head battles look like in practice on a weekly basis between those two units.
The big nasties against the buffet busters. Biden with the throw.
They literally have
first
like
down, Southern
you gotta
University.
get it out.
Fuller on the catch. Biden, boy, he is being rattled.
Thank you, Mr. Price, for the donation to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh my God, why is he getting
Take a look at
beat
this,
like that?
as we get ready to go to the fourth quarter. 1 quarter remaining here in the capital city as Noah Biden.
We are in the fourth quarter.
Keeps on ticking.
All right, so that's crazy, right? That is so crazy. So we are now in the fourth quarter. It's 33-9. Like, if we're gonna compare, do some comparison real quick. Jackson State has net total yards of 355, net rushing yards 168, 31 rushing attempts, averaging 5.4 yards per rush, 3 rushing touchdowns, 173 yards gain, only 5 yards lost, net passing yards 187, 12 of 20 for 60% completion percentage. Average per completion is 15.6 yards. Yards after carry is 15.6. Yards after carry for yards after carry is 109 yards versus 125 for Southern. Southern does not have a passing touchdown, and Jackson State has 1. Total first down 16, rushing first down 7. So they're using the run game, and it's paying off dividends, right? Even though the score is 33-9, if we look at the totality of the game, it does appear that we left some stuff out on the field, right? 9-33 is good, right? Nobles, oh my God. But when we talk about the defenders and who have been really special, Joshua Nobles has 5 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, 2.5 sacks, 2.5 tackle for loss, 1 quarterback hurry. A. Taylor has 4 total tackles, 2 solo, 2 quarterback hurries. T. Thompson has 1 quarterback hurry. A. Walker has a quarterback hurry, and Tyus Martin also has a hurry. There's a lot of quarterback hurries, right? And like they're applying pressure to the quarterback, and the quarterback is feeling it, right? We saw that Teasett had to leave due to an injury, and Noah he's gotten shaken up a little bit too, right? Noah Biden's took some hits as well. This defense is amazing, right? Mr. Ford was saying that Southern's offensive line was decent. So it'll be interesting when if he comes on tonight. I will be very interested to hear from Mr. Ford about his analysis of Southern's offensive line. Is Southern's offensive line not that great, or is Jackson State defense just that good, right? And then it's just tackles coming from everywhere, right? Southern did have one forced fumble. I'm really proud of the game today, right? Fertillion had 60 total yards, all-purpose yards, receiving yards. Martin, JD Martin, he came in, and Irv Mulligan, they both came in, and instantly you could see the impact on the offense. Like, and this is the thing that I was trying to say about when we get into SWAC play. So this particular game doesn't count against the it's not like a conference matchup, but it's still an L on your record. But it does speak to where Jackson State is at on the SWAC level, right? If you're going to and then if you take a look at some of the other teams and their scores today, Jackson State's looking good. Real good. Let's get back to the game.
Introduced to them. Bodden with the throw. Oh, nearly intercepted
by
Jackson State. And on that, Ashton Taylor once again getting his hands on the football.
Instead of introducing himself in the backfield, Ashton Taylor decides to actually step back in coverage and then just drops the pass. He had it in his hands.
In order for Willie Totten to get things going, I mean, Teasett is their quarterback, but Teasett gotta not get injured.
Jackson State University, founded in 1867.
Teasett is a good quarterback,
Natchez Seminary at first,
but he's young.
Jackson in 1882, almost 6,000 students. President is Dr. Marcus L. Thompson, who's really improved the profile of Jackson State. Walter Payton, Robert Brazil, of course, famous alums. Here's the run on first down, loss of a yard on the play. And, you know, when you look at this athletic department, they really have done an outstanding job in raising the profile. You know, Ashley's done an incredible job. He sat on the NC2As, worked with NC2As, worked at Prairie View, and when he came to Jackson State, he says, we want to create a different culture, and he really has.
Yeah, he certainly has. And I mean, you go back to the hiring of Deion Sanders and what he was able to do for this program, back-to-back SWAC football championship, back-to-back appearances in the Celebration Bowl. But then you go back and look at like a former women's head coach, Tamika Reed, and what she was able to do with their dominance on the basketball courts. Of course, you call a lot of those SWAC basketball tournament games, and she's been doing well. The baseball team also doing great. They've got a long storied history. Actually went undefeated in the regular season before losing a great matchup.
The poll
game
is White Tiger. He had 5 passing touchdowns.
So yeah, you talk about athletic profile.
He has the most for Boombox Classic history facts.
Yeah, outstanding, of course, worked in the Southwestern Athletic Conference office. Has really made his rounds before coming here and changed things here for Jackson State. And the beautiful new scoreboards, I might add, in the basketball Williams Assembly Center. Big run here for Jackson State. This is Isaiah Spencer.
Did you see that defender? He got to Jacobian, but Jacobian still got that throw off.
So Morgan on this play gets a lot of pressure from the opposition, but you'll
and
notice
he still
that he's got the ball in his outside hand. As he gets it in the outside, he has just enough power to fling it over to Spencer.
That's that height and that weight and experience. Did you see that? Good throw under pressure. Good throw under pressure.
On fourth down, wondering if they're just going to try to draw Southern off sides.
We'll call it timeout here. Underway here.
Y'all definitely need to go for it. I would like to see them go for it for once in their life.
Again, we talked about
it's 1 yard
coming up for both of these teams. We'll start with this Jackson State University team. The next 2 weeks are for real. At Grambling next week. Then on the 28th, they will go to Texas Southern, and then in Mobile to take on Alabama A&M before returning to Jackson State.
Yeah, we got to go for that. I agree.
The return
We
here
definitely got to go for that.
Jackson State on October the 19th to play Florida A&M. So they'll be
Me
out
too.
of town for the next 3 weeks.
They make you earn it
You know,
though.
Jackson State does have a good following that does travel. It just so happens that the next 3 games are not here at home, so it'll be interesting to see what will happen when it comes to just the travel engagement of the Tigers. As you mentioned, right down the road at Grambling next week, and then in Houston against Coach Chris Dishman and Texas Southern. Probably the early surprise in the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
We've
and of
been
course, they'll take on Alabama A&M, Coach
going
Connell
off,
Maynard and
y'all.
company in the Gulf Coast Challenge for a huge game here against Florida A&M on October 19th. Of course, that game the last couple of years has really decided the Eastern Division winner.
Yep. They're looking at Southern University as they continue to review that last play.
Yeah, because you need to give
They'll
us
be
a
on the
first
road
down.
again next week at Prairie View, and that one counts. Western Division game at Prairie View, that's a long trip. And then they'll return home on October the 5th to take on Nichols before going back on the road against Texas Southern. So they'll make 2 trips to Houston, 2 out of the next 3 weekends. And then they'll come back on October the 19th for a homecoming against all.
Oh, we're in the fourth quarter, y'all. I'm
For
sorry.
Southern University, really the end of their schedule is more friendly because they'll have Bethune at home, UAPB at home, then they'll have the off week, and then the Bayou Classic on Thanksgiving weekend. So really the last 3 weeks of the season, a little bit more friendly for Southern as relates to home travel.
Absolutely. You know, for the Jaguars, typically when it comes to the area teams, Prairie View and Texas Southern, they usually get 1 at home and 1 on the road. But somehow, because of the way everything kind of fell this year, they're going to the Houston area twice in the 3-week span. But Coach Graves will tell you, hey, it's not unfortunate. It's what their schedule is, and they've got to play the guys in front of them.
They review the spots.
Give us our first down. They gave us a first down, y'all. We got a first down.
Jackson State, and that is Amari Matthews, 5'7" redshirt sophomore, Midlothian, Texas.
A new running back in the game, but same result for Jackson State when it comes to their rushing attack. They are still getting 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, especially when Southern defenders aren't even touching them 2 to 3 yards down the field.
That's crazy, huh?
Hit bounces off defenders and still gets enough for a first down.
Matthews broke 3 tackles on that play. 3 opportunities for Southern University's defense to get a tackle for a loss, and he could not get the young man down. As we take a look at this again, just look how shifty he was. He gets out of that tackle and then gets out of not 1 but 2 more tackles. 4 tackles he gets out of, and guess what? Picks up a first down in the process.
Looks like a pinball down there.
Boy,
maybe short in stature, but he definitely made big plays in that scenario. Taking advantage of his opportunities when he gets them.
When your number is called, you got to answer. And so far, Matthews has done that these last couple of plays for his Jackson State offense. 178 yards rushing now.
I mean, this game is
no gain on this play.
What? You talking about an ass whooping?
178 for Jackson State, 20 for Southern.
Huge disparity compared to what we saw last week, for sure, with that. And
how are you going to fix it?
Southern needed to find a way to get their rushing attack going so it could take the pressure off of whoever was playing quarterback, and that has not been the case tonight. For Jackson State, they have definitely been firing off the ball.
Morgan, back to pass, going deep down the sideline.
Oh, come
on.
Come on, Mac. You could have. Why you taking off the gas? He let up off the gas a little bit. He let up off the gas.
His intended wide receiver. Morgan is definitely saying to himself, he wish he could have that one back, but
yeah, because
they'll work on it from a chemistry standpoint.
Back, of course, from Arizona, coming to play football here at Jackson State.
Yeah, you gotta die for that. You gotta want it.
Man from out there, I'm sure it's a little bit of a culture shock at first, but the best thing about
Okay,
dealing with a new
Morehouse.
culture is embracing
Morehouse
it.
put up 21 on Howard. Howard in trouble. Morehouse put up 21 points against Howard. Bro, y'all in trouble.
3rd down and 10 now. Here's Morgan. Escapes pressure. Toss the football out of bounds.
He get out the ball.
Morgan doing the smart thing to just get the ball out of
You see how he's getting rid of the ball? Very mindful.
Southern is able to get a lot of pressure.
Very aware, very demure.
If you're Terrance Graves and
not trying to hold it.
Defensive coordinator, they're going to go back and look at it and basically use this as an example, saying like, "Hey, we should have been making more plays like this during the evening, not this far late into the game."
Harry was the one that put a lot of pressure
I mean,
on the quarterback, and now Jackson.
Matt's getting ready to pin it at the 1 yard line, so we should be able to get the ball back relatively quick.
Decided to depart.
Dang, why they leaving?
Lights now leaving the stadium.
Because they got to get on the highway. I know they mad as hell.
Keep that traffic down.
Look at this kick. Inside the 5 to the 3 yard line.
I told you, boy.
You know everything is going right when you got your punter that's kicking it inside the 5 yard line. Matt Knoll inside the 23rd time this season. Back after this.
Like what? I said, if in the, and we ain't really had to do it, right? We have not really had to pin, but when it comes that time, yeah. Let me introduce to you. I'm putting together a couple of impact players of the game. So this is Joshua Nobles, defensive line, 6'4", 225 pounds. He's a junior out of Camden, New Jersey. His previous school was Western Michigan. His high school is Woodrow Wilson High School. Before Jackson State, he played in 12 games in 2023 at Western Michigan, made 13 tackles, played in 11 games in 2022, made his collegiate debut at Michigan State, finished with career-high 4 tackles and 1 sack and win over New Hampshire, finished the season with 9 total tackles, redshirted in 2021. Joshua Nobles is a 3-star prospect by 247 Sports and the number 39 prospect in New Jersey. He had 47 tackles with 11 sacks and 3 forced fumbles in 6 games as a senior at Woodrow Wilson before the duration of the season was canceled due to COVID-19 pandemic. He recorded 73 tackles. Let me make sure the game's not back on. Okay. 12 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception as a junior, helping Woodrow Wilson to an 11-2 record and state championship. Made 20 tackles and 4 sacks during his sophomore season, while helping Camden High School to a 9-2 record and a trip to the state finals. Recorded 12 tackles and a sack during his freshman year at Camden. And that is Joshua Nobles, who is tearing things up. Y'all could have stayed at home for that. I told y'all. You know what? That's exactly why Crook did not come. He said, "No, I'm gonna be watching it on TV." You heard him. He said he's gonna be watching it on TV, and now you know why. He knew that they was gonna lose. We ain't gonna hear from none of them. Coach Green finna disappear. Who else finna disappear? They all finna disappear.
Down in the 4th quarter. It was Alcorn getting their first win this season over Edward Waters, 38-7. Murray State on top of Valley, 52-8. Sanford, tight game, 12-7 over Alabama State. Western Michigan over Bethune-Cookman, 15-9.
Yeah, where's Perry at?
Tennessee State on top of Pine Bluff.
All that analysis that he wanted me to learn.
Southern from their own end zone.
Where
They'll
you
try
at?
to throw this one out. Long pass, and it is caught. Chandler Whitfield. Big catch, first down.
Chandler Whitfield coming up.
I know you didn't let that man catch on you like that.
Impact players that we talked about early on in the year. He's been making some things happen. It's just the perfect pass by Noah Biden to put it.
Thank Pelican Guy for all of the updates of HBCU football, all of the scores. He's updating them in the chat.
Bright will be credited with the tackle on the play, and here is the give or the throw on first down. Back to Chandler Whitfield again. into Jackson territory.
These are the plays that Biden has been making throughout the evening ever since he came in to replace Teasett. Now it's just a matter of can they complete the drives, can they finish the drives, get some points on the board.
I mean, what are you getting points on the board for? That's not my computer.
Pass. Escape pressure. Incomplete.
All right, who is that? That's Essayas. Okay,
Fuller.
Guthrie. Okay, Essayas.
Guthrie on the coverage for Jackson State.
Guthrie was wrapped on this man like a tight blanket that you would put on yourself on a cold night. He was not allowing anything to come through on that play.
Boy!
Tell you how big this game is. Talk to a couple of folks from Jackson State's athletic department. There were probably better than 40 or 50 buses easily for this game. And it's not including the team.
No, not at all. Not at all. You and I drove over here or whatever, and I mean, we saw the buses, but then we saw so many people in line. Gates did not open until 4 o'clock, and these lines were wrapped around the block, waiting for people to just get in so they can get their seat. And they were standing in the hot sun at that.
You saw a shot of the crowd. So a lot of people still here, and a lot of activities this week. Here's Noah Biden going deep, turning around, getting the catch. And that is going to be a big catch. Nice job by Quay Davis.
Quay is trying to get there, ain't he? If it's the last thing he does.
Down with his ball. It's somewhat of a back shoulder type grab, but man, he had a defender draped all over him and still was able to get the
That's
grab.
a late push, Essayas.
Possibly got a
You see Essayas? That was a late hit. That was not good.
Flag on that one.
They definitely held the penalty flag. Essayas, no. Discipline.
Quay Davis started his career here at Jackson
He
State.
probably, I know he talking shit.
SWAC, thanks to transfer portal.
Well, what do they say? Coaches say the transfer portal helpeth, giveth, and the transfer portal taketh away.
Absolutely. And of course, that is now the new norm in not just college football, but college athletics as well, especially when you can transfer and play immediately.
Also, a former NFL player who said that their kids have been to more colleges than I was on NFL teams.
I believe it.
Ooh.
Great pass. Getting it out to Minor Jr. He goes in. Touchdown, Southern University. Jermaine Minor Jr.'s second touchdown of the year.
That is a touchdown that Southern desperately needed to.
Few that decided to stay. They said they're going to stay, win, lose, or draw. They're going to stay.
But they certainly
win, lose, or draw.
On that play, too, he literally caught it, shook off a defender, put his foot in the ground, did a little shimmy shake, and then took it to the house.
How about Noah Biden's numbers now? 14 to 23, 319 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Biden for 2, new.
Why do they keep trying to go for 2?
Once again, big touchdown throw by Noah Biden, who's over 300 yards passing. This drive started at the 3-yard line, and the Jaguars drive 97 yards for the touchdown.
Don't usually miss those tiny tackles because he had first dibs at him. I done seen like a lot of folks that, yeah, like whoa. Why does he keep going for 2? Why? All right, so I need for folks to, now y'all gonna have to inch it up now. All right, I'm looking for the top 3 defenders for this game right now, or some notable players for the game. Y'all let me know who y'all think it should be. Joshua Nobles is definitely in the front for, play of the game or defender of the game, or, let me know. Who else do you guys think? I would be tired too. They've been running around all day. I think that's why Coach TC changed offensively the scheme, right? He's running. Well, he did run a lot in the first, but like he's really, really running it now. The question for now or later, do you think we could go all the way with our run game without passing to the Celebration Bowl, or do you think that we need passing at all? We left a lot of touchdowns on the field. So I'll have to look at the passing. The passing is there. The pass game is there. Jacobian and Cam McCoy are making throws. The receivers just are going to have to bring it in and punch it in there. Okay. So I feel like, damn, Johnson C. Smith, Charlotte is doing it like that. Good Lord. I feel like the other end of it, of course, is this is probably one of the lesser great games for Jacobian and McCoy as far as their percentage rate, but they are definitely throwing the ball, and the receivers are going to have to bring some of those catches down. So some of those catches, it's like, okay, you could have threw it better, but some of them you got to go out and get it. You got to stretch and get it. You have to be where you're supposed to be at that point in time. Sometimes those overthrows, you got to jump up and get it. Period. They've been throwing the ball around. If you look at the offensive stats for how much passing yards, they have passing yards. It's just a matter of actually getting the ball into the end zone.
To spread the HBCU experience that we've seen here with the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference through the years.
I think last year I had a chance to see Florida A&M and Texas Southern University, a matchup that you wouldn't see that very often at all.
And you see how quickly our offense is getting down the field.
People haven't seen FAMU there in quite some time. So
like
it's great to see these games, especially,
the offensive drives are literally like not that long. When you don't have a long offensive drive or it ends quickly,
when you have teams on different sides of
you put the defense right back on the field.
So Ashley Robinson and Coach Roman Banks, the athletic directors of the
Lane beat the champions from last year, 32-27. Okay.
And of course, it can be a financial benefit for both institutions in back-to-back years.
Absolutely. No gain on first down, minimal gain.
One thing I will say,
it just gets a little tricky, though, when you start looking at things like, wait, does this count? Does this count? It does get a little tricky from time to time, though, Centaur. I will say that because, when you get the schedule releases, you're like, oh, this is this. No, this is this. Like, you got to start actually reading in between the lines or reading the actual press release to actually see what is, a legit thing that's from the crossover standpoint.
Small gain on the play. Bring up third.
So you have to also look at our offensive line.
Once again, the Jackson State running backs breaking the arm tackles, taking the hits.
Is this the final Pelican guy? Is this final?
And falling forward.
Pelican guy is posting all of the HBCU football stats.
Critical 3rd down and 7 coming up for Jackson State.
So this is where we've had this issue. So the run game's no longer working, right? And
both these teams,
not necessarily it's not as effective.
That will count in the division next week. Incomplete pass.
So this is what we've not being able to do, which we talked about Jacobian and him throwing those types of passes where instead of throwing it vertical, he's got these horizontal throws and he's still doing them.
They're going to get the ball back with decent field position.
So those horizontal throws are not working, and then the run game, Southern has been able to relatively stop the run game, right? So this is why the defense is tired, because the defense has to get back on the field, right, and make another stop.
with just
The only thing that we have going is that
6
Matt
remaining in the ball game.
is able to get that
And this will take a
ball
Jackson bounce inside the 20,
down the field,
down to about the 16-yard line.
right?
And that's where
I don't really know.
we'll take over when we come back. Jackson on top big here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's just because we weren't able to get that run game. So at this point, I really think that Coach TC is just trying to finish the game out, right? It gets kind of risky, right? When you're not, when you try to pull back your play calling and you just want to run the clock and stuff like that, you risk Southern being able, I mean, it's how many, what is it? 3 possessions? Yeah, it's 3 possession game. But what you're risking is you see that he's dialing it back, right? He's not calling all those different plays that he was calling the first half. And when you dial it back, the run, pass, it's kind of like, okay, we know they're going to run. Let's stuff the middle. We know they're going to run. Let's stuff the middle. And now you're seeing that the run game is not as effective in the second half. Let me see if I can pull up second half stats versus first half. Let me see. I mean, net passing yards, Southern has passed for 354 yards versus Jackson State only passing for 198 yards. They're 20 of 33 for 61%, and Jackson State is 14 of 25 for 56%. So let's do quarter and half. So looking at the first half versus the second half stats, the rushing attempt average has dwindled from 6.4 to 2.4. So we're not moving the ball any longer, or it's less effective. And, you know, I feel like this is one of those things where you're going to have to take out some more tricks out of your bag when the rushing attack doesn't work any longer. You can see on the stats that Jackson State got 148 rush yards in the first half. In the second half, they've only gotten 33. So thereby, Southern has eliminated our rush attack. And so that's when you're having to rely on the pass game. They've taken it away, right? So you're going to have to figure that out, which I'm sure he is going to do that.
Florida A&M at Troy, Texas Southern at Lamar, and Alcorn goes to Lake Charles to take on McNeese.
Well, definitely looking forward to that Jackson State Grambling game, since you and I will be there next week along I-20 in North Louisiana.
Absolutely, and that Southern Prairie View game, that's going to be a big one. And because that is a divisional game, both of these are divisional games, the only 2 of the weekend, they could really set the tone.
Just to let you guys know, I am having an after show. It won't be that long because this game is going to be over when.
They've had so much success over at the
Dang, we still got like 20 minutes.
Over the last couple of years.
I got a feeling that'll be some billboard.
These will be late night after shows, but we will have an after show after this. It'll be like maybe an hour long.
And it's a first down.
An hour long just to go over all the games, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in. Tune in.
Darren Moore's making the sliding grab right there on the sidelines. Picks up enough to move those chains.
Listen, we don't need a moving chains. They not blitzing like they used to. What y'all about to do? We need a sack here. Quarterback hurry.
I mean, you can't Santoria like that.
Come on, Phillip.
How much of a difference it really has been. The main thing, though, in the first half is that Jackson did all their damage because out of that 269
okay, so
yards,
this is not
they got
good.
a lot of points out of those.
Jax, come on.
Passing yards here for Southern, for Southern, 15 to 24, 329 for Noah Bodden, a touchdown and an interception.
Yeah.
Led by Morris, who has 86 yards, 47 yards of yak. Yards after the catch.
Yes, sir. I was going to Southern University. The wide receiver core that we always had to go against. They used to call each other the rack boys. You know, receiving yards after catch.
Caught. Great catch by Quay Davis. Day Bright with the coverage.
But say what you want, you have to be impressed with what Biden has gone through the last couple of weeks, including coming into tonight, and then having an impressive performance against this vaunted Jackson State defense. He's taking his licks, but at the same time, he's been able to yield positive results, moving up and down the field. Maybe minus that interception that he had at the beginning of the second half.
Of course, Teasett, the starting quarterback, was injured in the first half, and Biden took over. Here's a throw out of bounds. Great decision there. On the other side for Jackson State, Cam McCoy was the starter. He was knocked out in the first half, and Jacobian Morgan took over.
Correct. All week long, we figured we would see multiple quarterbacks play. We just didn't think it was going to be for both teams, to be honest with you.
Adjustments that Jackson State will absolutely have to make against when you talk about the wide receivers, there are some wide receivers that are in the SWAC that we have to go up against that are faster than some of these wide receivers.
Loves on him, helps him, and can't wait to spend time with G-Pop.
Yes.
There we go.
And Coach Graves is very active on social media, so anytime he's around those grandkids, he'll be like, "Hey, G-Pop time."
Damn.
Show a picture of him and his grandchildren. And of course, he said it's all about just raising them right and just teaching them some great things. We did ask them.
Do we have a situation where
whatever,
last year we needed linebackers and this year we need DBs? No, we kept a lot of our DB. I mean, some of them got in the portal, but
now on his coaching staff.
Correct.
I said, well, how does that make you? I said, what does that do for you to know that you got 4 players on your coaching staff? He said, it makes me feel old. Noah Biden can't escape pressure. He was grabbed by the back of his shoulder.
What's that, a horse collar?
It's gonna be a horse collar.
Absolutely.
What?
He got yanked. He got yanked as he tried to get that pass away.
He was trying to get to him, but why
It was
you
like somebody's mama that told you to come here and you did, and they yanked you by the back.
Get over here!
Absolutely. Gives me vivid images of my late grandmother, Clara Lou, who would do that to me if I did not respond to her after that first time.
Damn, why are you grabbing on him like that?
I wanted the flag, and he got the flag, and now that's the
Come on.
Jackson State penalty of the night, the first one.
And you think about that for a second. The first Jackson State penalty. I mean,
wow.
Very disciplined.
Noah Biden going deep, trying to find an opening. Intercepted in the end zone. Jackson State University. And that's going to be Wiggins with the interception.
Let's go.
First down is for Wiggins. That is his first interception of the season. And
that was on Quay Davis, y'all.
Teasett.
Wiggins and Quay lined up.
With the receiver there from Southern University.
Frederick Wiggins, he looked like he was the receiver on this play. Just
look at number. No, that's not Quay. I thought that was Quay.
The only thing about it is that Wiggins was right there to make the perfect play to basically end the drive and practically put away Southern for this evening.
Yep, under 3 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Second interception of the game for Noah Biden.
Wiggins, a senior defensive back. He's a transfer from Louisiana Monroe. So I'm pretty sure he and Chandler Whitfield have crossed paths multiple times, through the years, not just here in this rivalry, but also when they were probably teammates.
All right, so I feel like at this point, Coach doesn't need to be playing. You don't need to play Travis, pull him. You don't need to play Jacobian, pull him. You don't need to play. Who else is out on the field? They can go ahead and sit down. Y'all can go ahead and sit down.
Chandler Whitfield, a little bit closer to home.
Absolutely. Chandler Whitfield, a product of Zachary High School.
Pull him.
literally right up the road from.
Mary, so K5 is K1 now. It was Kevrick Wiggins. We called him K5 last year. He changed his number from 5 to 1.
Highway 61, or you can go all the way up the Plank Road and come all the way down, in which you come around to Cheneyville, home of one Doug Williams, and then roll into Zachary that way.
Flag on the play. I just go over the hump and then go to the baseball stand.
Yeah, you can do that too.
When the SWAC tournament was there, a lot of baseballs off the hump.
I'll never forget my
Just to let y'all know, we will be going live. This live actually will automatically.
Sportsmanlike conduct on Kirk Ford Jr.
Damn, Kirk, that's your second one today. That's your second one. Somebody must have attacked his quarterback or something.
Oh, man.
A little wrestling match right there, WWE style, taking them down by the head.
They called that on Ford Jr.
They did.
I'm not quite sure.
I mean, did he say something that we just could not hear up here?
That's his second. All right, now. Yes, he's going
to him up, and Coach Taylor wants a little bit of a clarification because he didn't feel like that it should have been on his player.
Y'all check out Sonny and the Baby Tigers on the ramp.
Right. Go ahead. Go.
And look, Santori, we talked about like how Jackson had no penalties up until a few minutes ago, and now they've had 3 in the last
minute and a half.
Yeah. TC's not gonna like that.
That last one, I don't know. Just that was a tough one. Mm-hmm. And now the timeout. 33-15, Jackson State trying to get their second win of the season.
So for me, that it says personal foul on so we were doing really good with the penalties. So whenever you have a big game, you're always going to have a couple of markers that you look at to constructively place on there. Jackson State did an amazing job first, second, and third quarter of not getting a penalty. Kirk Ford did get a penalty when there was a late hit. I think that late hit was on Travis Terrell or was a face mask or something. Kirk Ford did get one, but it offset the penalty. So Jackson State has been doing a really good job of that, right? And so just continuing to be disciplined, right? I think that is definitely something that we can talk about because Southern's penalties are, yeah. I want to look at their penalties. In the third quarter, through the third quarter, Southern had 5 penalties for 45 yards. Whereas now Jackson State has had 2 penalties for 30 yards. And the penalties that Southern had were very monumental on the game, right? Because they were driving and then they had 2 false starts. Damn. What? He said, who put Kirk in the headlock? He said, up. Had him over there like baby boy, didn't he? Why I had him in a headlock like that? That was not nice. Yo, that is so funny.
Throughout the night, and then it transformed into the rushing attack as well.
Morgan takes off with the football. Ooh,
Why?
Nailed right at about the 22, 23-yard line. And he goes forward to about the 27-yard line, and all kinds of pleasantries being shared after that.
Hey, he was able to move the sticks on that one. And like I talked about, that offensive line, he was not touched on the read option for about 3-4 yards down the field. I mean, he's a tough kid for sure. He's a big kid.
And Jacobian Morgan, 6'4", 225 from Canton, Mississippi.
I'm sure coach is trying to get him one more touchdown.
You got it.
Edward Waters, Miss Veronica Edward Waters.
Here's the give. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play as we are under a minute.
Yeah, if you're Jackson State now, you're just really running this clock out and taking home the victory in this historic rivalry, which would be 5 in a row, if I'm not mistaken, for Jackson State. Which is interesting because prior to this winning streak, Southern had won 8 in a row. Going back to that historic SWAC championship game in Houston, Texas, that went into overtime.
Well, clock winds down, 25 seconds left in this rivalry game in which Jackson State will get their second win of the season. Southern University gets their second loss of the season. And Coach T. Taylor talked to one of the officials, and he's a little upset. And this one will belong to Jackson State. Final score, 33-15. JSU wins over Southern University.
Jackson State controlling the tempo from the beginning, hopping out to an early lead, and by building up that momentum, that put Southern in so many situations that they were just not prepared for in that scenario. And of course, you see a lot of love being shown right there between T.C. Taylor and Coach Terrance Graves. Right there, of course, who knows? It's still a long season. These two arch rivals could meet later on in the year, but a lot of things have to be improved upon both sides to make that happen. But Jackson State walking away tonight with a victory that was dominant for majority of the night.
So for Mo Carter, I'm Santoria Black. The final score here from Jackson, Mississippi: Jackson State 33, Southern 15. Jackson State gets the win. This has been a production of the Southwestern Athletic Conference here on ESPN.
Oh, final. All right, I'm gonna play this and then it'll just like automatically.
Man, hey, right.
It'll automatically switch you to the other.
Man, hey, write a check your ass in cash, man. That's all I can say.